Welcome in. How in the world are you today? Let's go to the phones. Good morning. You're on Swap and Shop.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How'd you guys do over that Hurricane Sandy? You guys make out okay?
We're okay, yeah.
Well, thank God. And you know, when there's a crisis like this, you can't underestimate the power of a good generator.
Yeah.
And I got one for sale. I got a very special electric generator. This one is powered by human feces and urine.
Okay.
I got it from my grandfather in WW2. They used it all the time.
Okay.
So with just 2 pounds of fecal matter and a gallon of piss, you can operate your home for at least 2 hours.
Ah, okay. It sounds like something people could use.
Uh-huh.
You're not kidding.
And you know as well as I do, when it comes to urine and feces, it is something we never run out of.
Yeah, really. It is.
I'll tell you one thing, you run out of power, you just squat yourself over this thing, and you'll be watching TV in no time.
Okay, what's your phone number?
Sure, my number is 21, and just ask for Lou. Lou Sassel.
You have a super day. Click through the storm. Good morning. You're on Swap and Shop.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. I got some quilts for sale, but real quick, that guy with his generator, do you know how much feces and urine it would take to run your house for even a couple hours? I mean, you'd have to have the whole neighborhood coming over to poop in that thing.
Well, you'd have to have your house already rewired or pre-wired to make the transition.
I think he was just trying to make you sound like a jackass idiot. That's not just my opinion.
Well, I noticed he was talking about the hurricane, but okay, now you have some quilts, is that right?
Yeah, I got some quilts. You know, actually, maybe you could use them to wipe your ass after you poop in that generator. Man, you're stupid.
Well, okay. Takes
Oh, my goodness.
all kinds. That was probably the earlier call. Coming back. Good morning, you're on W.
Well, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
An electric generator powered by feces? I think you got some shit in your brains.
Was there a full moon last night? I don't know. And we don't have time for your calls anymore, buddy. We've got your phone number here,
Right.
646 area code. You're gone. And the next time that person calls, we're going to share his phone number with everybody. He is out of this town, and he needs to be out of this station. Bye.
Birthday and anniversary time. Gabe Oytoucher of Stanton. 65 for Gabe today. Happy birthday from Richard and Salvatore. The two anniversaries today include Margie and Eaton Loads of Stanton. 50 years together for Margie and Eaton. Happy anniversary, Mom and Dad, from your children, Howard and Fred. And Ethel and Herb Eversmells of Shenandoah. 60 years together.
Good morning. It is Tradio. I'm Bruce filling in for Original Ray because it's Wednesday, which means that's Ray's day off. He'll be back on Saturday for Tradio. Yay, now that that's out of the way. Caller 1, that's you. You're on Tradio.
Good morning, Ray. How are you?
Well, I'm Bruce, but that's fine.
Oh, well, where's Ray?
Ray, it's his day off.
Oh, is he on today?
No, I'm on for Tradio. I'm in his stead.
Okay, well, can I talk to him?
He's not here on Wednesdays. He's on the rest of the week. I'm still doing it fine, though.
Oh, okay, that's good. Well, can you hand the phone over
What do you
to
got to buy,
him?
sell, or trade?
Well, what time is Ray in tomorrow?
I'm not sure. What do you have anything you want to buy, sell, or trade?
Well, I wanted to know when Ray was going to be on.
Well, he's not on today. He'll be back on tomorrow, 10 o'clock.
Well, I'm working tomorrow. Is he going to be on Friday?
Yeah, he'll be on there Friday, too.
Okay, well, if I can't get a hold of him on Friday, is he on Monday?
Yes, he's here every day of the week except Wednesdays and Sundays.
Well, that's why he's not here today?
Yeah.
Oh, was he on Saturdays, too?
Yeah, he's on Saturdays, too. I'm sorry, do you have something you want to buy, sell, or trade, or give away?
Well, I do, but I wanted to talk to Ray about it first because it's kind of a personal item between us, and I need to ask him if it's all right if I sell it.
Well, I'll tell you what, you give me a call back tomorrow then, okay?
Huh?
You give a call back tomorrow then.
Well, what if I'm busy tomorrow? It's Wednesday, and I want to talk to him today on Wednesday.
He's not on here on Wednesday, so.
Well, is he coming in for lunch or anything after the show today?
No, all right, we got to get going here. We got more callers waiting, okay?
Well, hold on. Hello?
We got to get going.
Well, I'm sorry, Ray. Just hold your horses if you could, because I don't really think my question's been answered yet.
Yeah, I think it has, and he'll be on here tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday next week.
But does he come in the afternoon?
I'm going to have to move on. I'm sorry.
I need Ray.
Anyway, we're going to get to caller 2, and that's you. You're on Tradio.
Bruce, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm good.
Bruce, what in the love of the Lord is going on with those gosh darn pranksters? They don't have a brain cell in their noggin.
I guess not. I don't know.
It's just gosh darn ridiculous. Hey, anyway, when's Ray back in? He back in on Monday?
Yeah, he'll be back on Monday.
Great, because he had a rash on his apple bags, and I lent him my ball cream, so I want to make sure he gives me that sumbitch back.
Okay, well, there's that call. All right. Odd calls today. It seems to be a pattern. Still playing phone roulette, and caller 3, that's you. You're on Tradio.
What the hell's going on there, Ray? Some jerk-off was just being rude to me when I was asking for you.
Yeah, watch the language there, Chief.
What do you mean by Chief, Ray?
You got anything to buy, sell, or trade?
Your voice sounds weird today, Ray. What's going on with you?
Yeah, we're going to move on to the next caller. We're on caller number 4. Hopefully that goes better. Hopefully that's a legitimate call. If you have any legitimate calls that you would like to make today, I would be more than happy to take them. And this is happening yesterday, and it's happening again today. So, that way to not waste the other listeners' time, if you have something you'd like to legitimately put on Tradio, and we have time for one more caller, and that's you. You're on Tradio.
Ray, my sack is redder than a baboon's ass. I need my goddamn ball cream.
Okay.
Good morning. This is Swap Shop.
Good morning. How are you doing today, cuz?
Great.
Fantastic. I got something for sale. My dad was a professional tailor costume designer for The Tonight Show when Johnny Carson was the host of the television show. Do you remember that?
Sure.
This is a plaster mold of Johnny Carson's paint, and I like about $65 for it.
Okay.
The paint itself is about 2 inches in diameter and about a ½ inch as far as the width is concerned, and it was molded when he was creating a particular codpiece for Johnny for a Warrior segment, and the plaster was applied right underneath the testicular area. And
All right. Let's go on to something else here. Good morning. This is Swap Shop.
Good morning. How are you today?
I don't know. How you doing?
I don't know either. I don't know if there's something in the water or full moon or what's going on out there.
Okay.
Well, I just want to let everybody know I'm with the 4-H, and we're working with Rusty and Sons Vet. We're having a Doggy Mountain oyster feed, and it's for charity. And what happens at the vet when they spay the dogs, they keep the testicle parts, and we just fry them up, and we're just having a feed. It's this Thursday, and you come out and eat all the dog testicles.
Be sure and join us again tomorrow morning. We'll see if we can get rid of the knuckleheads and do it again a little bit easier.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah, hi, is this the adult store?
What can I assist you with?
Well, me and my buddies, we're having a bachelor party, and I was wondering what kind of sexy games, board games you have?
All different kinds, hon. You would just have to come in and look at them.
Well, can you let me know if you have hungry dildos where you stuff one of your buddies' asses with meatloaf and then whoever digs it out with the dildo first wins?
Honey, I have like 20 or 30 games.
Well, can you just let me know real quick if you have Cockopoly, where the buddy who can put the most game pieces in their pee hole wins?
Honey, we don't have any of the ones like that.
Do you have Battle Shit, where you shape your turds into the shape of a ship and then you throw it at all your buddies?
I am not going to sit here on the phone for half an hour and explain to you what we do and do not have. I don't have time.
Well, I was just curious, do you have Pin the Pecker inside the donkey's asshole, where whichever buddy can fight off the other one to bang a blow-up donkey first wins?
No, honey, because something with a donkey is illegal. It's bestiality.
No, it's not a real donkey. It's a blow-up.
It doesn't matter.
Oh. Do you have Connect Foreskin, where two uncircumcised guys connect their foreskins together and then another buddy tries to separate them with his tongue?
Well, we don't have the type of games like that.
Oh, you don't?
We have fun. sensual party games, not raunchy ones.
Do you have splatter gories where one buddy with diarrhea splatter shits on the game board and then you have to guess what he ate?
Honey, I'm about to hang up this phone. This is getting to the point that this is a little ridiculous. Keeping me on the phone for half an hour talking about things that you shove in someone's anus, it's not very cute.
Well, I just want...
So if you would like to know what we have in our store, come on in.
Well, do you have poop chutes and ladders?
No.
Where you climb a ladder and then you try to shit in your buddy's mouth below, and whoever shits in his mouth first wins? Hello?
Welcome back. We've got a couple minutes left with Virginia's Lieutenant Governor Bill Bolling. If you have a question or comment for the Lieutenant Governor, back to the phones. Good morning. You're on the air with the Lieutenant Governor.
Hello, I'm on hold to speak to the governor, please.
Lieutenant Governor Bolling is right here.
Oh, what? I'm sorry. I thought I was still on the hotline there.
No, you're on the air, sir.
Oh, gee, hold on. Actually, my wife has it. Ethel, the governor's on the phone. My wife's. Oh, she's coming. She's got the question. I apologize.
That's okay.
We love you, Governor. Jesus Christ! Get off the toilet. The governor's waiting for you.
I'm coming, Fred.
Hold on. Here she comes.
Right. It's the.
Christ, hurry up.
Hold on. Here she...
Grab the paper. I got the paper here.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
Here we go. Here she is. Hold on.
Hello? Is he still there?
Yes, Ethel.
Oh, hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, hi, Governor. I want to ask
All right,
you...
it's the Lieutenant Governor. What's your question?
I got it written down here. Dozen eggs, meow mix, Metamucil... oh, my goodness. I'm sorry. I got the wrong paper. Fred, you gave me the grocery list. You grabbed the wrong paper, you dumbass bitch.
I'll tell you what. You go ahead and put everything together, and we'll get back to you. Right. The time is 10:30.
Time.
I dreamed I was there in hillbilly heaven.
Oh, boy, that's a good one, too, by the late, great Tex Ritter. Hillbilly Heaven. Man, that was a good one. Good morning, Swap and Shop.
Good morning, Jim.
Good morning.
How are you?
All right. Thank you.
I'm here with my wife, Ethel. Hi, Jim. And we just want to say that, we go through the Internet. We've been on Craigslist. We check the classifieds, and we've never found a situation where there's a swap right on the radio. So we're really excited about that.
Well, thank you so much for listening.
Well, you're very welcome. And we'd like to do some swapping today, if that's okay.
All right.
We're primarily looking for other couples to swap. Ethel likes African Americans. Yeah.
Oh, boy. And good morning, Swap and Shop.
Yes, I got a black rooster for sale.
A black rooster?
Yeah, and my number's 14.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye now. Good morning, Swap and Shop.
I had a quick number to ask for the guy that said he had the rooster for sale.
Yes.
I'm looking for a black cock.
Well, good morning, Swap and Shop.
Good morning, Jim. How are you?
Doing fine. You okay?
I'm a bit confused today. I love your show. I've been listening for quite a while. What exactly is going on today? Is this true that is there a couple of swingers swap?
Okay. And good morning, Swap and Shop.
Good morning.
Good morning.
As far as music, Boxcar Willie.
Oh, yes, I love that Boxcar Willie. We lost him way too early.
Yeah, he's a good one.
He surely was. Well, thank you so much for the memories.
All right, thanks.
Okay, bye now. All right. And good morning, Swap and Shop.
Yeah, good morning. That feller was just having memories of Boxcar Willie.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd be interested in that feller putting his Willie in my box, actually, if I can get his number.
Ooh. Good morning, Swap and Shop.
Well, good morning, Jim. How are you?
Doing okay. Yourself?
Good. This is Lester Green. It's a pleasure to be on the show. I'm looking to swap my big black penis with that couple that called in so they can give me a call. I appreciate it. I didn't know you guys swap couples.
But, and that's going to be our last call. Good day, everyone.
I dreamed I was there.
Time.
You're listening to the legendary Inspiration Station.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome
Welcome into Tradio. And good afternoon. You're our first caller on Tradio. You're on the air.
Andy, how you doing, bud?
Doing good. What you got?
I have a Black & Decker 2-slice toaster. I really don't know the price. I got it as a gift, and I'll give you the serial number if anybody's listening, if they got a pen handy.
Okay.
It's 7 Z as in zebra, 5 again, 6 0 0, and then the letter P as in Peter, 2 4 3 1 1. W as in wagon.
Okay, let's...
He woke up.
So hold off on the serial number until they call you, okay?
Well, yeah, I'm almost done here. I just got 8009862.
I just need your the price and the telephone number.
Okay, and then G as in George.
Sir, okay, this is
75.
Okay, if they want to know, they'll call you. Now let me have your number and
yeah, I'll finish the number like you said. It's 23, and it's LL. T is in
Sir,
I guess Tommy.
That is enough.
78.
I need your telephone number.
The number, yeah. G is in George.
Okay, that's enough. Good afternoon. You're caller number 2. You're on Tradio. You're on the air.
Howdy, Andy.
How you doing, sir?
Jeez, that guy with the toaster sounded like one of those hippies who toasted his brain on grass.
We won't go any further.
Well, enough of this tomfoolery, Andy. What was the serial number for the toaster he had? I got the 7 and the G for Gerald and the 9s and 4, 10, 10.
And
it's over. Show's over.
Gotta take a little break here. Back in about 3.5 minutes when Tradio returns.
It is auction time already.
Hey, well, all right, sir, open the gate and let them out and walk them, boys. Here we come, a lot number.
And of course, always a favorite, Taco Tico gift certificate. That's a $30 gift certificate. We already have a lot of calls. Let's get to them. Radio auction.
Yeah, hi, what's the opening bid on the Mike Morales underwear party tickets?
Oh. Okay, you know what we're going to do? Here's my new rule. Call in, tell me your name. If I don't recognize your name or I don't believe you, I'm hanging up. New rule.
Good.
Radio auction.
Yeah, Taco Tico, what's that at?
22, next bid's 24. It's a $30 value.
I'll make it for 27.
27, who's this?
Lee.
What's your last name?
Lee Canadas.
Oh. Okay.
Radio auction.
$28 on the hemorrhoid massage, please.
And, whoops, hold on a second. Radio auction.
Hey, JD Quick Burger, please.
Okay, it's a $30 gift certificate. Do you want to start at 18?
Oh, 18 will be perfect.
Who's this?
This is Drew. Drew Peanutsack.
I do appreciate everybody's patience. Be sure and give me your first and last name right away, or guess what? I'm hanging up on you.
Good for you.
I'm just going to hang up.
Good for you.
Radio auction.
Yeah, I'd like to bid $5 on the first person to turn in them 2 jerks to keep calling in.
I'll raise it to $10.
Here we go.
I'll throw in 20, and I'm pretty tight, so that's it.
Yeah. Hey, guys, it ain't funny. I don't know who you are, but I bet somebody's going to turn you in.
Uh-oh.
Well, I appreciate it. And we do
I'm sorry, Lisa. This is a bunch of crap.
Hey, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Lisa.
Radio auction.
Hi, this is Anita. I want to make a bid for Hometown Tires.
Anita, what's your last name?
Rim job?
Guess what?
Cut off.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how you doing?
Calling about the Camaro you have for sale?
Oh, okay.
What are you asking for that right now?
I'll take 18. No less than
18? That's it? Wow. Get out of here.
I'm serious. I'm not trying to do nobody. I didn't pay all that much, so that's why I'm not trying to do nobody. I'm just trying to get back what I paid.
I'm having a hard time believing that. Sorry, but are you joshing me?
No, I'm not. I'm a business type person. I don't josh.
Are you pulling my leg?
No, I'm not.
You're not yanking my chain, are you?
No, I'm not.
Are you blowing smoke up my rear end?
No, I'm serious.
Are you squirting hot sauce in my dick hole?
No. You freaking too.
Are you giving me a reach around without even kissing me?
No, I'm not.
Are you jizzing all over my face?
No, I'm not. Why would I play? I'm 35 years old. I don't have time for games.
Oh, you're not giving me a hand job, are you?
Are you interested in buying a car?
Well, are you shitting all over my chest?
Are you interested or not? Are you going to buy the fucking car or not?
Nah.
Here we go with the trivia question for today. What popular term was invented by comedian Rodney Dangerfield in a 1968 joke about his dad? Let's just go to the phones and see who might know. Hello, trivia.
You're going to wind up taking a nice drink.
No, it's not right.
Whatever, dude.
Trivia.
Doesn't feel good. Go ahead and fuck it now.
Trivia.
Redheaded stepchild?
No, that's not right. Who knows? He invented this term in a joke he told in 1968. Trivia.
Maslow Gerziewicz?
No, that's not right.
That was Evil Dave. Should have put my brain in gear before opening mouth.
Hello, trivia.
Musculature.
No, it's not right. Hello, trivia.
Who's in Skimfoots?
Let's go to the phones. Hello, trivia.
4 inches is fine.
No, that's not right.
Asshole.
Call. Trivia.
A workaholic.
That's it. He said my dad was a workaholic. Every time he thought about work, he got drunk.
All right, we got that off. I got some very interesting stuff here. I got a flash. Hello?
Yeah, you know how you're always asking for scientists and people that work for NASA to call in?
Yeah.
Well, I actually worked for NASA for 3 years.
Uh-huh.
97 to the year 2000.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but I got kicked out because they caught me fucking a moon rock.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I got a call. Screwing a moon rock. I'm telling you, my audience, it's following me. I can't take it. All right, now what do I got for you here? All right, I'll pick it up. All right, how are you?
Harvey, how you doing?
I don't know. I'll find out. Tell me.
Hey, I'm a scientist. I work in near Manhattan.
All right.
I got a slight problem. I got my cock stuck in a beaker.
All right. Well, what is it about this show here? This show is scientific. I want doctors. Doctors. Are you a
cunt?
Back to the phone. Welcome to Tradio.
This is Benjamin Norris. I am getting rid of some Christmas ornaments.
Benjamin Norris getting rid of Christmas ornaments. This just in.
Actually, I'm looking to do a swap. We came into a nice Jewish family, and we're looking to get them a menorah. We're looking for a specific one for this family. It's the big labia menorah, and it doesn't matter if it's old or dirty, whatever. We'll take the labia menorah any way that you can give it to us, and we'll swap off our Christmas balls. And
I can honestly say, in all the years I've hosted Tradio, no one has looked for a fixer-upper menorah.
It's called the big labia menorah.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter if it's beat up and old or sticky. We'll take care of it. We'll be happy to clean it up. I'll clean it myself.
Okay. Sounds like a deal.
Again, specifically, the big labia menorah is what we're looking for.
Got it.
Thanks, Paul. Have a blessed time.
Thank you, Ben. Appreciate the call. He has Christmas ornaments that he would like to swap for the menorah. Let's go back to the phone. Welcome to Tradio.
Morning, Paul. How are you?
What's going on?
Hey, that guy called about those ornaments. I actually happen to have a huge labia menorah. You know, the lips on my snatch.
Off you go. Yeah, good for you. By the way, he can't call in tomorrow.
Good morning, Tampa Bay. It's Coach Cook, and we're back. And we made a little switch and break. David's in the room. He's going to be here through the rest of the show, which we're going to be talking about commercial real estate and investing in that area. Here we go. Rusty in Tampa.
Hey, fellas. How you doing today?
Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm actually watching you right now on the webcam.
Where are you? Are you in Tampa?
You couple of handsome fellas there. Now, can you wave the one that's talking so I can see you?
This is Coach Cook right here.
Can you wave on the webcam there?
Yeah, we're here. We're here. You'll see it in about 7 seconds, though.
Oh, you got a little bit of a delay on the webcam?
Yeah, and what's on your mind today?
Well, can the other guy... Oh, now I see you waving, I think.
Okay.
Can the other guy wave real quick?
Yeah, do you have a question for us?
Huh?
What's your question for the coach?
Hold on, I was just watching the webcam. How you doing, Coach?
Yeah, you want to turn that, put your radio off while you're on the phone.
Oh, it's off, but I got the webcam on. I got the sound turned down.
Well, that's great. Are you in Tampa?
Yeah, I'm here in Tampa. What's on the table there on the webcam, though? What's all the papers and stuff you guys got in front of you on the webcam? Your papers and stuff. Is that real estate stuff?
Yeah, we try to keep up on the news. What's going on with you?
Oh, okay. Is that newspapers? It looks like some articles or something there.
Okay. Do you have a real estate question for us this morning?
I was wondering, I have an acceleration clause on an adjustable rate mortgage with an adjustment date of an amortization schedule with an annual percentage rate of 10% and the appraised value on an assumable mortgage with a balloon mortgage and balloon payment,
so does that mean
bankruptcy bill of sale with biweekly mortgage and on a bridge loan with a buy-down call option and a cash-out refinance, a certificate of deposit.
Yeah, I think the cell dropped out. So he'll have to come back with a little stronger cell phone. I'm not sure what's going on out there. We'll be right back after.
Hello?
Hi, hello.
Yeah?
I'm calling about the garage sale.
Wake somebody up at 5:30 in the morning for a garage sale? You're crazy.
Let me just double check my paperwork here.
What the hell's the matter with you?
Well, what the hell are you calling me crazy for?
What do you want?
I'm sorry, I think we got off on the wrong foot.
I'm pretty sure we did.
I apologize. Now, you're having the garage sale.
I am not having a garage sale.
Well, that's what it said in the paper.
Well, I don't know what the paper's got.
It says that you were having a garage sale, and I wanted to come down and ask you how much you wanted for the garage.
F*** you. How would you like the phone company to get your phone number? The phone company didn't track you down yet?
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, you had just talked to my husband, and he might have upset you on the phone.
Nobody wakes me up at 5:30 in the morning for a goddamn garage sale.
And he beat me a while ago because he was mad.
Hello?
He beats me.
No.
Listen, Marsha, Miss, why are you giving my wife a hard time?
Your wife. It sounds like a wife. It sounds like a couple queers. Here we go.
Police, how can I help you?
Yes.
This is the police. How can I help you?
How can you help me? There's somebody who keeps on calling my phone number. They keep calling. I want you to get them.
Great. We will follow through with this immediately. Please give me the number.
You're not the police. You're those queers that's called.
How dare she? You bitch. I'm a woman, and I'm...
F*** you good-for-nothing queers.
Turkey Farm, how can I help you?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Same to you, dear.
Well, I just had a couple quick questions about how to prepare a live turkey for Thanksgiving.
How big of a turkey are you talking about?
Well, let me tell my husband Fred to bring it on in here to the house. Fred, bring in the turkey. We named the turkey Petey.
You're not bringing a live turkey in the house, are you?
Come on in, Petey. Oh, Petey, don't move.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening. Go ahead.
That bird is going to tear your house apart. I'm not kidding. You've got to get that bird out of there.
Well, how the heck can Fred catch this bird?
Listen to me. Dive down and grab it by its legs.
She said grab it by the legs, Fred. I can't even get close to him. He's faster than a turd in a tornado, Ethel. How should he stop Petey? Should he shoot it?
No, don't shoot it. You got a gun in the house? Are you crazy?
He missed Petey and shot the toilet. Get him busted, Ethel.
You're not listening. You need to hang up and call animal control or the police. You're not listening. I'm done with this.
Chapel, this is Joe. How can I help you?
Hey, Joe, how are you?
Fine.
My name's Ed Norris.
I'm here with my sister Edwina Norris. Our grandfather just passed.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What was his name?
His name was also Ed. I'm Ed the Third.
Okay.
Hi, sir. I'm his sister. I'm on the other line. How are you?
I'm fine.
We want this to be a celebration of our grandfather's life.
Well, that is not a problem. We can accommodate your wishes any way you'd like.
Well, some of the ideas we had, we just wanted to run by to make sure it was feasible with you guys. Our grandpa, he made a living for about 30 years as a clown.
He was Bongos the Clown from the carnival. Do you remember that?
I haven't. I'm sorry.
Well, we thought it'd be real nice if we can dress Grandpa back up again as Bongos the Clown and have the grandchildren come in and they can throw balls at the dunk tank and try to dunk Grandpa like they used to do. Is it possible that we can do this?
Normally, once we put the loved one in the casket, we usually don't take them out.
Would we be able to put the whole casket in the dunk tank?
I've never heard of anything like that. I don't think it's physically possible, sir. Put the casket in a dunk tank.
Can I ask you this? On the last day, can we make it an all-adult event without any children with a closed-door ceremony?
Oh, well, that would be strictly up to the family in terms of limiting the children.
Okay. Because Grandpa belonged to a nudist camp, and he had a tremendous amount of nude friends, and we thought it'd be real nice to have Grandpa nude in the casket and have all his friends come in naked to pay their respects.
I'm having a very hard time with this conversation because it is so out of left field, so out there. Perhaps it would be better at this point if you and your sister came in for a face-to-face consultation.
That's great. Now, Grandpa, we used to joke around because once in a while his balls would fall out of his pants, at Christmas and stuff. And
yeah,
I tell you, I'm not exaggerating. They hung down about half a foot.
In other words, can you cut a hole in the bottom of the casket and make Grandpa's balls hang down so when people walk in?
Let me stop you right there. I cannot continue this conversation any further. Is it possible, is it feasible you and your sister could come down today for a face-to-face meeting?
And also, he had a cat that used to like to play with his balls. Could we bring it in to play with the balls hanging out of the... Oh, this is so sad, hanging out of the casket. I can't even think about this.
Sir, I am at a loss for words here. I don't know. I've asked you repeatedly if you and your sister would come down for a face-to-face consultation. I don't know what else I could do to accommodate your family, sir.
Golden showers permissible?
Sir, I have no idea what you're talking about.
He used to pay Boy Scouts to urinate on him, and we wanted to...
What is your take on text messaging someone that you like? Hello?
Hi, how are you ladies doing today?
Good. I see that you're from Florida, Richard.
Yes, how are you doing? God bless.
Okay, so what's your story?
Well, the first caller, and I know you don't want to delve on this too much, but he touched on interracial dating.
Yes.
I'm in an interspecies relationship right now. I'm fucking a squirrel.
I will take your phone number down and post it on the internet if you call back with some stupid story, okay? I am serious about this. We do have call ID here, so if you're looking to prank, the joke is really on you, frankly. So, you're online.
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good.
Hey, I know you're talking about dating and stuff, but let me ask you, are you guys Chinese?
I am.
Okay, good. Maybe you can help me out with this.
Sure.
For the 4th of July, I was shooting Roman candles out of my wife's pussy.
Oh, I have your cell phone number. You are such an idiot. I already stated that if you make prank calls, I will publish your number.
No, you won't.
Sorry that you have to deal with all these prank calls. People.
Next call after that. Welcome to Community Cop.
Hi, fellas. How y'all?
All right. Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Manhattan. Happy Martin Luther King Day.
Likewise. Statement or comment?
I had a comment. Actually, it was kind of a question.
Okay.
I was wondering, how many of you guys have fucked a fat white chick?
Okay. Next caller. Welcome to Community Cop. Next caller. Welcome to Community Cop.
That's part of the problem right there.
Next caller. Yeah, the Bible says don't answer fool according to his folly. Next caller. Welcome to Community Cop. Where you calling from?
Hello. Can
Yes.
you hear me?
Yes, we can. Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Harlem.
Okay, welcome. Quick statement or question?
Yeah, I actually got a problem. I had a deer tick crawling.
All right, next caller. Welcome to Community Cop. Next caller. Welcome to Community Cop. Tell me where you're calling from.
Hello there, motherfucker. This be Leroy Jackson from the Bronx, and I'm...
Next caller. Welcome to Community Cop. Where you calling from?
Yeah, Salam, brother. I'm calling from the Bronx.
Okay, welcome.
And I don't know who these fools be keep calling you and keep pranking your ass, but you guys are doing all right.
Well, thank you. What's your question or your comment?
Word. Now, I know there's a lot of you brothers sitting around there tonight. My question is, which one of you motherfuckers got the biggest black cock?
Yeah, I knew.
Okay, thank you for that call.
I want to address that very quickly. I think it's almost insulting. Well, it's not almost insulting. It is insulting. Next caller.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome. Where you calling from?
Hi, I'm calling from West Harlem. How are you doing?
Welcome. Fine. Question or comment?
Deer tick crawled into my dick hole.
Remember, never answer a fool according to his folly. Just let those fools make the comments and come on and say their foolishness, and we just dismiss them and move on.
Okay, now we'll take another call. Hello.
Hi, how are you gentlemen tonight? Thanks for taking my call.
Sure, what's your question?
I had a question about landlord liability as far as injuries in the apartment go. Because what happened is, in my situation, I have a shower that for about 6 months I've had virtually no cold water in my shower. And I've tried to, on a number of times, to get my landlord to come over. I even tried to get my grandson to work on it. And 3 days ago, I get in the shower and the water comes on, and it was scalding hot and burned my cunt. And I don't know if the landlord's responsible or if I have any legal rights for this.
Well, look, can I ask a couple of questions? You said there was no cold water at all?
No.
So it's not a question of the cold water being there, but you have what they call surges, which means somebody in the same line flushes the toilet and you're in the shower and all of a sudden it's scalding.
Yes.
So your problem is there's no cold water at all.
In the shower, there's not.
Right, so
and that's why my cunt was all burned up.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. That is incredibly serious problem. Obviously, someone who goes into that shower can get burnt, as you're suggesting.
Like me.
That's you, right. You got to notify your landlord immediately in writing. Is it the whole line, or are other people suffering from this problem?
I'm the only one that I've talked to in my apartment that's been burned like this, and I've been burned before on the arm, but not on the cunt like this, and it was this time it was so bad.
Well, it's entirely unacceptable, and you need to contact your landlord immediately about it.
She might want to talk to her upstairs neighbors and her downstairs neighbors. They might have the same problem.
That's right.
And now we'll take another call. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, you're on the air.
How you doing?
Okay, you have a question.
Yes, I do. I have an issue with my landlord.
All right.
Well, I have central air conditioning in my house, in my apartment, and it's not regulated by me. It's regulated by my landlord.
Right.
And he adjusts the temperature, and it's freezing in here, and I want to know what I could do to reach this guy.
You don't know his address, or you've tried to contact him and you haven't got any response?
I've tried contacting him by phone. I've tried contacting him by letters. My home is so freezing, it's unbearable to be in here.
Is it happening in other apartments?
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. It's so cold in here. I can't function. I can't cook. I can't clean. I was jerking off the other day, and it looked like a Slurpee.
They did catch this one?
A crank call. About once a month we get a crank call.
Apparently.
Yeah. Always young men, you know.
Young straight
men. We've never had a woman do a crank call.
Yeah.
Okay.
That says something about men.
It certainly does. It certainly does. And now we'll take another call. Hopefully not a crank call.
Except for the one that burnt their cunt.
Talk to your attorney about the fact that the landlord's ability, his legal right to collect rent from you is in question.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for calling and good luck.
Bye-bye.
Now we'll take another call. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, you're on the air.
Hi, thank you for taking my call.
Sure.
Hey, I just want to say, first off, I want to commend you. It's great what you're doing informing the public, and I want to thank you for that.
Well, thank you, and thanks for watching.
Well, thank you. I live in a rent-stabilized apartment on the west side in Manhattan. I've actually written my congressman about this. I'm having a problem with my landlord. He keeps trying to touch my cock, and I can't get him to...
All right, that's it. Once in a while we get a crank call. It happens, hey. And now we'll take another call, hopefully not a crank call.
Republicans like to spy on Americans, like to use illegal wiretappings to invade our privacy. Democrats protect the privacy of Americans, because that's what Democrats do. Do you see where I'm going here, folks? What's the mystery with the Democrats' message? Okay. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
Oh, I'm doing great. Love your show.
Thank you.
Hey, I had a quick question.
Sure.
Hello?
I'm here. What's the question?
What's your position on goat fucking?
Oh, my goodness. See, that's what we got to get beyond, folks.
But anyway, 1 minute. Water is so good when it's cold. Okay, so we're taking your calls on love, health, wealth, marriage, career, things of that nature. Good afternoon and welcome to Telepsychic, and thank you for calling.
Hi, Morris. How are you today?
Okay, and you?
I'm good, thank you. I had a question about my pet.
Your who?
About my pet dog.
Oh, your pet dog?
Yeah, I have a pet chihuahua, and I was wondering, when is it going to stop biting me while I fuck it?
Okay. Good afternoon and welcome to Telepsychic, and thank you for calling.
Yeah, hi, Morris. Can I get a prediction? When are you going to let me jerk your cock off?
Where are we going and what are we doing in this what? Okay. Good afternoon and welcome to Telepsychic, and thank you for calling.
Hi. How you people do?
I think we talked for a long time ago, didn't we?
No, we never spoke before.
No, but the features are almost the same. Okay. But I feel things are going to be okay there.
I got my Black Panther stuck in the VCR.
Yep.
They will become free radicals because they give up their particles functioning in your body. So, yeah.
Beverly, hold that thought because someone here wants to say something on air. Go ahead, please.
Hi, how are you? Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Oh, this is Little Rusty. My dad actually put me on the phone. He said for the holidays to call Santa. Is Santa there?
No, your little who?
Can I talk? Can I tell Santa what I want for Christmas?
I'm just trying to figure out if you'd want to make a contribution to the show.
I want a toy truck and a BB gun for Christmas.
How old are you?
Well, I'm 8, but
You're 8.
You sound angry with me, and I don't understand.
Okay, I already said
on the
I'm
wrong
not
show,
angry.
Rusty, because we don't have Santa here. So I think your parents might have put you on the wrong show. And we're actually, this is a show about health, staying healthy. But we don't talk about...
are you trying to say Santa's not real? Is that what you're saying?
What? No, you can't.
Who told you Santa's not real? Who the fuck? What the fuck did you just say to my son? Santa's not real? Are you fucking...
Hello?
But surely he just came on that it is, after all, a call-in show. So having said all of that, I want to go to, again, contributing to your health.
Yeah, somebody's wanting to come online.
Janice, are you there?
Good morning. Merry Christmas.
And
Hello?
who might this be?
Why, this is Kris Kringle. It's Santa Claus. I heard a little boy, little Rusty, called to speak to me, and I want to let him know that Santa is here for him now. And I'd be more than happy to get him anything he wishes for this Christmas.
Well,
what's
we're
that?
doing a whole show on Christmas next week.
Is that you playing Santa on the radio?
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't.
Daddy, that was you.
Say what you did, you stupid ass. You ruined our holiday.
Little Ricky, I'm sure he knows you're thinking about him,
Little
and
Ricky.
you're going to get him his toy.
Can't.
Our love is the power to transform our world. Let us
Send it out. Now.
Blessed be. And that was the Earth Dance Global Prayer for Peace. Hello, dear one. Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome.
I'm suffering from negative energy. I'm convinced that I'm being haunted by my uncle, who I was molested from as a child.
Okay.
My name's Barry Hine, and my uncle was John.
Oh, hi, Barry. Okay. I call on Archangel Michael for helping with the protection of who you choose to be.
I literally feel pain in my rectum area. He gave me crabs.
Oh, all the physical sorts of things.
Yeah, so I have pain in the anus, anal bleeding.
Well, you don't need to, the symptoms we don't need to share on and we don't need to perpetuate.
Sometimes I feel like I'm suffocating, like he's suffocating me at night. He used to put his testicles in my mouth.
Yo!
Oops, I knocked you off the air.
Please call on Archangel Michael and your guides and choose every second something different. Thank you. Blessed be. Rusty, welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
This is fascinating. I've had a lot of paranormal experiences because I grew up in a haunted house as well.
Yes.
And the things that I saw have really affected me as an adult because when I was a kid at our house, we saw ghosts, we saw poltergeists, apparitions, vampires, and werewolves, and witches, and swamp creatures, and gremlins, and ghoulies, and demons, and spiders, and ogres, and goblins, and dinosaurs, and warlocks, and sharks, and Mexicans.
Hello there, Swap and Shop. Can I help you?
Great show. I have something for sale?
Yes.
I have a $25 gift certificate for Tim Hortons Coffee, and I would like $50 for that.
Well, who's going to pay $50 for a $25 gift certificate?
Well, hopefully there's somebody out there. It's a nice card. It's nice and shiny. It's brand new.
Oh, really?
I like to make a profit on it.
Well, I'm sure you would.
All righty, so let's put that up, please, for $50.
If you want, I don't care.
Would you like to buy it yourself?
No. Yeah, well, I think I'd be doing a little bargaining on that one. I don't think I'd be paying full price for it.
All righty.
Well, thanks a lot for your call. At least you kept me entertained today.
Well, I don't understand the entertainment. I'm just looking to make a buck like anybody else.
Oh, I don't mind. Listen, okay. You can charge anything you want for anything. If someone's willing to pay it, I'm more than happy to put you on the radio.
All righty. Can you read that back to me, please?
No.
Why's that?
Well, I didn't type it down.
Oh, well, let's go through that again.
No, I don't think so. I think we're going to get on to real people now. Thanks for the call, though. It was entertaining.
I'm
Bye-bye.
as real as they come.
Hi there, Swap and Shop. Can I help you today?
Oh, hi. Good morning. I got 4 shiny new quarters.
Okay, gotcha.
And I'm asking $57 for that.
Okay, sure.
And I was going to take 90, but I'm feeling a little friendly today.
Oops, I think we lost that one. Hi there, Swap and Shop. Can I help you?
Hello?
Good morning, Chief. How are you?
Hey, what's happening?
What's happening? Me and my old lady were at the gym. We're looking for a bench press. You selling a bench press?
Oh, it's a bearing press.
Right, bench press, right?
No, it press bearings on and off axles and stuff like that.
Oh, it's got ball bearings in it? Good.
No. No, it's a bearing press.
Hold on one second.
Spot me, honey.
I got my wife on the bench here at the gym. Give me 1 second.
I got 225. I think I can do it.
All right, baby.
Here I go.
Push it, babe. Push it.
No, it's not a bench. It's for automobile.
Oh, my pecs are killing me. Here, you take the bench, honey. All right, hold on. Let me get on that bench. Talk to him. Talk to him about the bench press, baby.
Hello, sir. Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. You sound like a nice fella. We just called to ask about your bench press you got for sale there.
No, it's a bearing press. Bearing.
My husband's doing his lats. Hold on 1 second.
Give me 2 100 plates on each side.
Here you go, honey.
Here we go.
Yeah. Oh, he just did 224.
It's a bearing press. You press bearings on.
Yeah. My husband just did 224 on his lats.
That's a bearing, B-E-R-R-I-N-G, bearing.
Come on, baby, one more push. Hold on. Get it, honey. You can do it. Go.
It's the automobile. C-A-R.
Yeah, we'll come down with an automobile and pick it up. We'll bring...
No. You got this thing is not for bodybuilders.
Yeah, bodybuilder. That's what we're doing.
That's not for that. It's not for that.
Yeah, that's what it's for. Hold on.
No, it's not. It's the automobile.
You're showing the bench press, man. Pump the lats, honey.
It's all right. Hey.
Huh?
Yeah, that's on. That is not what it's for.
How much weight comes with it?
It is not for. That's not what it's for.
How much have you lifted on that bench, sir?
That is not what it's for.
Come on, baby. Come on.
It's not what it's for. It's not for bodybuilding. That is not what it's for.
You want to meet us at the gym?
That is not what it's for.
Come on, we'll get you in the gym. We'll get you in the hot tub.
It's not what it's for, sir. All right, take care. No, I'm going to go. All right, bye-bye.
Pharmacy, may I help you?
Hi, sir.
Hello.
Hi, I'm not feeling very well. I think I have a stomach thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to send my grandson up to pick something up for me, but I'm just wondering what to tell him to pick up for me.
Okay, what's going on?
Well, I'm dry heaving a lot.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. Could you hold on 1 second?
Sure.
I'm still just dry heaving up a storm.
Well, there's a product called
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said there's a product called
I can't eat or keep anything down.
Well, you'll take...
What?
You'll take 2 tablespoons of this.
Go ahead.
2 tablespoons, no water.
Oh, God.
And then just try and sit quietly for about 15 minutes.
And what?
And it should help kick that out.
And what's it called again? It's called Habitrol? What was that? Okay.
What's your name and we'll have it ready for you?
Ethel Mertz.
Gotcha, Ms. Mertz.
Thank you.
Sure. Pharmacy.
Can I help you?
Hello, Mrs. Pharmacist. This is Bill. I have a friend who can't sleep, and I need to knock her out.
Uh-huh. Has she tried melatonin?
Zoppity boop. You sound like my type of girl. How about on top of the melatonin, we add a half a bottle of NyQuil and about a half dozen Benadryl?
If you've already tried the NyQuil, I would try just some Benadryl.
Now we're getting somewhere. Now, I heard that the tryptophan in the turkey will knock your ass out. How many pounds should I feed her?
I don't think that'll work.
Well, how about if I just bash the turkey over her head?
Please don't do that.
A zobble gobble bing bang boom.
No, don't hit the girl.
Well, how about a 12-pack of Old Milwaukee?
That knocks me out.
Ooh, then I can take my robe off and drag my nuts over her face.
Please don't do that. I don't like that idea.
I don't blame you. They hang so low I stepped on one the other day.
I'm really sorry, but I gotta go. I'm busy.
Would you meet me for a drink?
No, I can't do that. I have a boyfriend.
Well, that's okay. Here's my wife to say hello. Hi, this is Mrs. Cosby, and I'm totally cool with my husband having a couple drinks with you.
Well, no, that's quite all right. Nice to meet you, Bill. Bye.
Happy holidays. Thank you for calling. And I'm going to help you.
Hello, is this the Christmas store?
Mm-hmm.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, too.
I'm looking for Christmas balls, and I was wondering if you carry black balls.
Do I have what, darling?
In black.
Black balls?
Yeah.
No, ma'am, I don't have any black Christmas balls.
Do you have colored balls?
I have colored balls, yes, ma'am.
If I come down to the store, can I see the balls?
Yes, you can come down to the store and see the balls, baby. Come on down here and see them.
Okay. Do you have hairy ones?
Hairy? What do you mean, hairy, baby?
Do you have hairy balls?
Oh, my God. No, ma'am. I never seen a hairy ball before. Don't do Jesus, really?
Do you have saggy balls?
Have what?
Do you have saggy balls?
Oh, my God, really?
Do you have any that shoot cum? Do they shoot cum?
Who is this?
I'm just asking if any of your balls shoot cum.
No, they do not. Who is this?
I want to floss my teeth with your ball hair.
Oh, my God. Hello. Thank you for calling. How may I help you?
Oh, hi. We got disconnected.
Yes, we did get disconnected.
Power Shop, this is Pam.
Hi, Pam. Jack Rabat. I'm calling about getting some information on a personal trainer.
Okay. Are you a member here?
What I'd like to do is find out if you have some type of trainers that can work with my body type.
I have a graduate of the Wellness Fitness program up at SDSU.
I don't want to get into any kind of a fancy program. I'd like to get a trainer who will put me on the mat, get me on the bench, and just, work me and get me into shape as quickly as possible.
And he is
I
an
don't know if
excellent
there's a
trainer.
guy that does that in your program,
Yep,
or if
that's
there's
what I'm
somebody
telling
that
you
you
about right
like
now.
about, then I'll see him. But I got to make sure that it's somebody who's really got the stuff that it takes to get me in and whip me into shape. Do you have anything like that?
Yeah, his name's Eric
What are your
Peterson.
hours?
We open at 5:30 in the morning. And
Give it to me
close
so
at
that I
10
can write
p.m.
that
at night.
down. I want to write this down so I know exactly what your hours are. So go ahead. What are the hours?
I started to Monday through Thursday, 5:30
What are your hours? And then give it to me starting on Monday after the weekend.
If you just be quiet for one moment, I'll give you my hours. I am open
Now, has
5:30
Eric
a.m.
Been doing this for a while?
Yes.
Okay, all right. And he has credentials and things like that.
But you just told me you didn't care about that because
No,
I started telling you that he was a graduate
I
of a
think
wellness
that's
fitness
very,
program
very
at
important.
SDSU.
I just need to know that
is
he
in the
has
master's
got the
program.
credentials
He has
that I
worked
need to have,
successfully
because
with
I
the
don't
Body
want
for
to
Life
be
program.
training with somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. So what has he done? What kind of credentials does
I
he
just
have?
told you. Maybe you just need to come in and meet with him, and he can
I'm sorry.
explain to you.
I think we got off on the wrong foot here. I'm just trying to find out.
I think so too.
I'm trying to, I'm so stressed out from being out of shape.
You keep asking
What
me
I'd like to
questions,
do is
but
I'd
before
like
I
to
can
just
answer the
find
question,
out
you're asking me
when
another
I could
question.
see him and what the hours are, but I'm not hearing what that is.
Because you keep asking me a question.
Okay, just
when
tell me
I'm
what
trying
the
to
hours are. I'll
answer
write
you.
those down, and then we can
Okay.
figure out when I can see this Eric guy who has credentials or not. I don't know if he has credentials.
He is a graduate of the Wellness Fitness
And
program.
don't forget to tell me what the hours are too, because I want to
I have
start
tried
as
7 times to
all right,
tell you what the hours are.
Okay.
Excuse me,
What
could
are
you
the
just stop
hours?
for one moment? Just stop. I have tried 7 times to tell you what the hours are. Every time I start to tell you what the hours are, you ask me another
Okay,
question.
I think you need to be a little more assertive on the phone, to be honest.
I'm being very assertive on the phone, but you keep interrupting
Every
me, so
time
I'm
I
not
try to
able
talk, you talk over me, ma'am. If
No,
you just
you
let
talk
me,
over
let me
me.
just finish
You
what I'm
ask
saying
me a
here.
question,
Let me
I
just
try to
finish what I'm
answer the
saying.
question,
Does
you
this
ask me another
Eric character,
question.
if I can work out in the morning, say from 9 or from 8:30 to 9:45, will he be able to help me out with that?
I would have to check with his schedule and make sure
Okay,
that
ma'am,
he
you're
is
going to have to
not...
let me finish. I did not finish. This is a dialogue, not a monologue.
I would have to check with his schedule.
Bryce, do you ever shut up?
And we're back with the kings of riddles, Jack and Rod. It's Riddle Palooza.
Riddle Palooza.
And who do we have on the phone, Jack? Rod, we have the author of the best trivia book ever. She is known as the Queen of Trivia. Let's hear it for Jane Flynn.
How are you?
Oh, good. Ready to have a little fun. And you know what? We're going to have a Riddle Palooza throwdown. Are you ready, Queen of Trivia?
I am ready.
You go first. Shoot.
Okay. The man who constructed this sold this. The man who purchased this never used this. The man who used this never saw this. What was this?
A coffin! Come on.
You gotta do a little better than that.
All right, we're gonna stump you now. Rod, are you ready?
Oh, we're ready.
Go.
All right. Roxy has 6 black cocks in her ass, 2 Puerto Rican cocks in her vagina, and 1 Albanian cock in her mouth. If 2 black cocks are pulled out of her ass, how many black cocks are left in Roxy's ass?
2.
2 what?
I'm not going to say it.
The answer was 4 black cocks. I thought you were the queen of trivia.
I am the queen of trivia, but not in that. That's not trivia.
Okay, it's time to redeem yourself. Gay Ray pays men to shit on his chest at scat parties. If Gay Ray pays $2 for each turd that falls on his chest, and at the end of the day he pays out $14, how many pieces of shit end up on Gay Ray's chest?
28.
It's 7 pieces of shit.
Oh, I'm terrible in math.
Now, Rod's going to throw you another question, so come on, go.
Juanita loves sucking horse cock. If Juanita sucks off a horse with a 4-foot cock and is able to fit 12 inches of cock in her mouth, how much horse cock is left outside of Juanita's mouth?
3 feet.
You're right.
You are right, yeah. 3 feet.
I got one.
3 feet of what?
That's for you to say.
3 feet of horse cock. I'm going to throw you another one and see if you can stay ahead of this, all right?
Okay.
Alexa pussy farts 6 times whenever she gets fucked doggy style. If 17 Mexicans fuck Alexa doggy style, how many pussy farts will she blow out of her twat?
Oh, God. 102.
That's right. Yes.
Hey, I got one.
102 pussy farts while she gets fucked by Mexicans.
Well, you know what? I think we're just going to call you the winner. You are the queen of trivia.
Thank you, Jack and Rod. I hope you have me back on again.
Thanks, Miss Flynn. Have a great day.
Thank you.
And we're back on the Jack and Rod Show. Please welcome Denise Krochta.
Hey, my name is Denise Krochta, and I have a book out called Sweat, A Practical Plan for Keeping Your Heart Intact While Loving an Addict. And I spend a lot of time with my passion helping families who have addicts in their families.
We're glad that you're on the phone, because today here in the studio we have my teenage son Seth
and my teenage daughter Maria, and they've actually been in the green room smoking marijuana.
They're really, really high and they don't listen to us, and we were wondering, could you possibly set them straight
and get them off marijuana?
I will do my best. Good morning, Seth and Maria.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about this.
So, Seth and Maria, do you know that the pot that you smoke now is sometimes laced with very harmful chemicals? It's not just pot like it used to be.
Yeah, exactly.
And you like that? You like that?
Yes.
Yeah, so you like to know what it does to your brain?
Fuck it, man.
Uh-huh. So what do you think it does to your brain?
Duh.
Wah, wah, wah.
Okay. How does smoking pot make you feel?
Pretty awesome.
Exactly.
Well, if people listen to this show, they're going to figure out that it's probably not a good thing to smoke marijuana. It may not help you too, but it might help other people. I can tell you that for many kids it is a joke, and it's a joke all the way to not having a life after you get a little older.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah. So, but is that okay with you?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah. So you think that's okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So you don't really plan on having a good fun life later on, because it turns into quite a bit of misery later on.
No.
So this is all a joke. I could see that.
Exactly.
That's interesting.
Good.
You know what? This is the most important thing that I always learned. You cannot reason with an addict.
Fuck no, you crazy.
Just as I said before, you can't reason with somebody who's using pot. So I would suggest find a therapist or someone that they are close to talk to about
It sounds like this guy's smoking a little synthetic marijuana.
Oh my God, I'm dying right now.
Good luck with that.
Fucking A, man. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
How are you?
I am fine. How are you?
I'm getting called the student show in a little bit.
What size penis do you have?
Do what?
Why don't you fuck me?
Who's this?
I'm Blue Iris.
Blue Iris?
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
I'm getting really hot.
You are?
Yeah.
How hot?
I'd like to help you come.
You would?
Yeah. Pull out your testicles.
Already did. What are you doing?
I have 4 fingers of my wet cunt.
What do you mean 4 fingers up your pussy?
Yeah. Stroke those hairy testicles.
Do you want to come? Where you at?
I want to tickle your prostate.
You do?
Yeah. I suck on your tits.
Do what?
I took out my teeth already.
You did?
I want to spit on your dirty pecker.
You do?
Yeah.
It's not dirty, it's clean.
Are you stroking your cock?
Yeah.
Oh. Are you thick like a can of soup?
Yeah.
Can I put my finger in your ass?
Yeah.
Oh, I hear you whacking it.
You can?
Yeah. You sound so youthful and ready.
How old are you?
Yeah.
How old are you?
Yeah.
How old are you?
Yeah.
Do you have a toy?
Yeah.
Do you have a vibrator?
Yeah.
Let me hear it.
Yeah, I'm wet. Very wet.
I gotta let you go. I gotta take a nap. Okay?
Oh, I'm glad.
Okay, bye.
Oh, I'm so
Bye.
hot.
Bye.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, how are you? Looking for scooters?
Yeah.
Oh, great. I'm going to drop one off today. Where you at?
You want to sell it?
Yeah.
How much you want for it?
I'll give it to you dirt cheap. I just want to get rid of it quick.
You know when scooters downtown?
Yeah.
3rd and...
Scooters, 3rd and... Hey, listen, I'm bringing you the scooter. It's in good shape. Do me a favor, though. If my wife calls looking for the scooter, you don't know nothing.
I don't know nothing now, even.
Well, okay, let's keep it that way. I'm going to get rid of this piece of shit. Get out of my house.
Okay.
You got it. I'll be there in a little bit, buddy.
Okay, buddy. Bye.
Bye.
Hello?
Hi, sir. How are you?
Good.
Did a man call just offering to sell a scooter for cheap?
I don't know, man. I got a lot of calls with the scooter business. What happened?
Well, here's what happened. I was sitting down watching my stories. I get ready to crawl over into my scooter to go in the kitchen to get a ham sandwich. My fucking scooter's gone. And my husband leaves a note by the phone saying, scooter, 3rd and... So I think he's on his way over to sell my stolen scooter.
What's your name?
Ethel.
Ethel? Well, I didn't buy nothing today yet from nobody.
Well, he's on his way over there now. I'm just going to have the cops meet him over there at your place because he stole my goddamn scooter.
Don't call the cops. If you come and I see a scooter, I'm not going to buy it.
I know, but you know what? You're already wrapped up in this. It's my husband's a scumbag. He does this shit all the time. I'm tired of it.
Well, I don't wrap up with nothing because I didn't buy nothing, so... Hello?
Yeah, I'm on the scooter. I'm on my way in. I'm on Main Street.
Your wife just called me.
Oh, shit. Did you tell her anything?
Oh, I didn't say nothing to your wife, man.
I'm on the scooter right now. I'm coming down now. I'm going to drop it off.
Now, you got paper for the bike?
I got whatever you need. I'm going to just drop it off. You give me $30. We get in, we get out. That's it. She don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. All right?
Okay, come over.
Oh, shit. The fucking police are behind me.
What do you mean behind you?
There's a cop car behind me.
So move to the side. They're chasing you?
I'm not yet. He's chasing me. He's telling me to pull over. You got a back area I can pull into?
I got a garage, yeah.
Yeah, open the garage. I'll just pull in there.
Well, you're going to see you coming over, man.
Nah, you must have told my wife. She called the fucking cops.
I didn't say nothing to nobody, man.
Oh, shit, but the fucking shooting at me, the son of a bitches.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Where's the fucking garage?
What do you mean where? It's here in the store.
All right, open the fucking door, man. I got to get rid of these cops. Fuck! Jesus!
Hello?
The cops are behind me. I got my wife on the phone. She said you called the cops on me. Why'd you call the cops on my head?
Does that influence you at all?
Still a dolphin, no.
How about
Still a
fucking a
dolphin,
guy in a pool?
Okay, we're at the final four. We're at the final four.
I bet you with those shoes you're wearing, you could fuck a giraffe.
I've never even considered a dolphin, but now that Richard's talking about it, I can.
Oh, my God.
Right. Richard, a dog, a bull mastiff dog, or a deer?
Deer.
This is the final four?
Yep.
Okay.
And a goat or a dolphin?
That's a tough one.
Dolphin.
Wow.
The
really
sound,
high on a dolphin.
Well, dolphin make that cute little sound, too.
All right. I don't think he'd be making that sound with you on top of him.
Here's a final.
Doesn't sound like that.
That sounds good. That says get the fuck away from
All
me.
right, well, here's your big moment now. Here's your final bracket.
Okay.
A dolphin or a deer?
Well, dolphins.
I thought this was easy for
Boy,
you.
he's stuck.
Oh, I didn't know this would be so hard. I wouldn't have invented it.
Well, you got to think, too, a dolphin would be fun to ride around on in the water.
But this is about sex.
But
Not a long-term relationship.
No, after
Yeah, he's going to marry the dolphin.
Well, you want to cuddle after you're done.
So Bambi or Flipper?
Come here, Flipper.
But deers, like Benji said, are pretty, but they have ticks, like Gary said. We'll go with dolphin.
All right. If deer didn't have ticks, would that influence you?
I think so, yeah, because I've had ticks on my private parts before, not from a deer, but just from being out
get
in
out
the
of
woods.
here. You're disgusting. You absolutely are disgusting.
I got ticks from a possum I was fucking.
Didn't we once have a guy on who had sex with a dolphin?
We
yeah.
interviewed somebody.
You know, if we haven't, it seems like something we
I'm almost sure we did.
Yeah, I think we.
If we haven't, book it right now, Gary.
No,
It was a
you know,
magazine article, and we call the guy.
that was really a disturbing bracket.
Yeah.
The fact that you invented that is disturbing.
It's just funny.
Right. I wonder if Sal agrees with you that a dolphin is the ultimate, because you guys could double team the dolphin. He could fuck the blowhole, and then you could be in the vagina.
Yeah, because you don't want to go for the mouth. They do have teeth.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're so well thought out. It's impressive. Wow.
Richard,
Yes.
when you were a young boy growing up on the farm, did you ever imagine a scenario that you'd be not only working here with one of your idols, but doing a bracket about fucking several of the animals that you grew up with? It's all come full circle.
It has. I've arrived with the bestiality bracket. All my dreams have been realized.
Bench. To automatically advance to the finals and then win the most annoying staffer bracket. I assume you're honored.
Well, I'd rather be most than than middle annoying, I guess. But
just the superlative to have that.
Yeah, I think I'm a really good litmus test. I think kind-hearted, good people actually like me. I think people that have evilness in them or fear of not conforming tend to dislike me.
So you think
sometimes I'm sure people just don't like me.
Right, but you think it speaks more to the type of person that they are, who is judging you as annoying?
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure I've been annoyed by people that are good people, but yeah, I think if you have a good heart, you like me.
Wow, that must mean I have a good heart because I love you.
Thanks.
What do you think?
Although Scott loves me, but he might be a little annoyed by me too, so I don't know.
Just those shoes are fucking annoying.
But he likes me a lot. Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, I like Benji. I think he's very funny, and he makes me laugh. But it's like I'm not laughing with him; I'm laughing at him, sort of thing. So it's still good, though.
What do you think is your worst quality? If you had to name something about yourself,
Overweightness, sloppiness. Skin. I think sometimes I wish my skin was darker, but I've told you this before. That monkey, not monkey, he's actually a chimp that everyone didn't like. Who's that chimp?
Planet of the Apes?
There's a chimp that they thought was human.
Gary?
No. It's like, if you look up on YouTube, this chimp, they've done some documentaries because they thought he was part human, all the other chimps. When people are different, there's something.
This is the part that becomes really annoying with Benji.
When things are different, there's something.
What are you talking about?
That people want to destroy it, and I think it has to do with like a genetic advantage. Because you want your genes to pass on. So if something's a little too different from you, you can fear it and want to destroy it. And I think that has a lot to do with racism and probably the homosexuality, like homo thing might have something to do with that. that people get very scared of things that are different, and it might be because they want inherently their genes to be passed on.
So there's something about your genetic makeup that you think rubs people the wrong way?
Could be. Or maybe I'm just annoying. I don't know.
When you were a kid, you said I bought a piece of vinyl.
No.
No.
But I think it's more of a. I think it's more of a collector thing. Oh. It's more of a collector thing than a.
Oh, wait. Just never heard that before. It's new to me.
Okay. So new stuff is good.
I'm not putting it down. I'm just saying I never heard of it.
You should have heard what Lucas said last night.
What did he say?
Mary goes, we're at dinner. Mary goes, I heard Howard giving you shit about the Fallon appearance. And Lucas goes, well, what was he saying? I said, he was saying I was fat, this and that. And Lucas goes, it's just so funny when he doesn't know the show. He goes, I don't think that's very nice considering all you do for him. I was like, just chill out, kid. Look at the roof.
He's right. There's nothing nice about the show. Gary was on the wrap-up show accusing me of being mean to him about his appearance on Jimmy Fallon. I don't give a fuck about his appearance on Jimmy Fallon. I'm just saying he was fat, and he goes, I'm not fat. He doesn't... Did you see his appearance?
I have not.
Oh. Gary looked heavy. I'm not saying he's obese, but he wore a shirt that was ill-fitting, and his belly and tits were, like, kind of apparent. Sorry. I mean, if you wear your jacket, it covers it up. You're heavy.
But you say you don't give a fuck about me on Jimmy Fallon, but then you spend 15 minutes talking about how awful it is. So you clearly do give a fuck.
Well, you're on my show. You're my
but you just said I don't give a fuck about
How many
Gary?
executive producers of a radio show or television show are on a Fallon appearance? I got Ronnie on the he's busy in Jamaica on his appearances. I got you. So how could I not keep tabs on this? You guys are out there representing my show.
I didn't say you just said you don't give a fuck about it.
I don't.
But you do.
No, I don't.
Well, then why'd you talk about it?
Because it's interesting to my audience.
So
I don't give a fuck. I wouldn't watch that if I do it for my audience. They want to know, hey, Howard, what did you think of Gary's appearance on Fallon? I wouldn't watch that.
Why wouldn't you watch it?
Because I don't care about it.
About what?
About you on Jimmy Fallon.
No, I just wanted to make sure.
Well, he wouldn't be on Jimmy Fallon, though. If...
Right, of course.
I'm aware of that.
So I know my audience is going to say, hey, some of the things I watch because it's part of pop culture. And it's certainly part of our culture. 20 people call in and go, hey, what'd you think of Gary on Jimmy Fallon? And I go, well, okay, let me take a look at this. So here's what I thought. I think you're a good conversationalist. I like that. I said your shirt was wrinkled and you look slovenly.
Do you think you look appropriate?
Yes, I think you can watch a lot of shows where guys don't wear jackets. A lot of talk shows where men come on.
You needed a jacket.
Well, that's your opinion.
Yeah. That's all I'm giving is my opinion. I don't know why that's so controversial.
It's not controversial. It's just negative.
Supposed to give up?
It is negative. I mean, you want me to lie and say you look good? You don't. You look terrible.
I think mostly when it comes to me, it's nothing but negative opinion.
No, I just said your conversation was very good.
Well, you really didn't, because you said because then you keyed in on one line of a 6-minute interview.
But what do you want me to do? Okay,
I don't know. I'm just saying.
The first story was good. I've heard
the one about you
before, and I like that. No, the one about getting guests.
Yeah, about us, the show.
About the show. That was a good story. Then you started promoting your new program on VH1 Classic and you started to talk about pieces of vinyl, Questlove, and I think you lose everybody. It was boring. It was.
But you don't. But
it
the
was,
show. You
it
don't
was
like,
boring.
But it's boring to
and
you.
Jimmy Fallon checked out.
Oh please.
That's my
can't
opinion.
say that.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean Jimmy Fallon checked out?
He liked it. Okay, sorry. I mean, what do you want from me? I'm telling you that shirt was ill-fitting.
Fine.
And you look slovenly.
That's an opinion.
Yeah.
Well, how was he mean to you?
Well, Robin,
I don't know.
do you think it was a positive review?
Yeah.
Come on, no, wait, hold on, Robin.
Yes.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Really?
Yeah, so she answered
you embarrass yourself.
And then you say, shut the fuck up.
No, but you embarrass yourself by saying that.
He said you were. He was interested in what you had to say.
Yeah.
It's a talk show.
I just think it's ridiculous that you're trying to relate to the public. You talk about pieces of vinyl and that fucking
Well, maybe I'm
jukebox.
relating to that public that cares about it.
The public that cares about records is small, but okay, fine. Just call them records. That's what they are. When did you become this? Well, Jimmy, I have over 4,000 pieces of vinyl. And Questlove, I understand you. How many pieces of vinyl do you have?
And then he answered. He didn't go.
70, he said,
Questlove didn't go. What the fuck's a piece of vinyl?
When does Questlove have anything to say?
From time to time.
He's not going to sit there and get into a dialogue with you about, hey, jackass, why don't you call them records? He's not going to be mean.
Well, that's your job.
By the way, that outfit looks nice today that you're wearing.
Thank you.
It would have been great for Jimmy Fallon with your jacket. All right. Well, anyway, that's my opinion. Listen, I really watched it because it's a topic that the audience was asking me about on Twitter. Did you watch Gary? Did you watch Gary?
Oh, I'm not asking why you. Of course, I would think you might watch it.
So I watched it. I'm not looking to get on you. I'm not. What do I care?
I think it's hard to find. It's more fun to make fun of me than it is to say a positive thing about me.
I said something positive. That story you told,
right,
you told very well.
And you said 9 things negative.
Yes.
In all, it's generally a negative review.
I said 3 things negative.
I always like to look at the positive.
The positive was you told a very good story about how difficult it was to get guests when we worked at the NBC building, and you told it well. That's all. I don't know what you want from me. You screwed up when you walked over to, you didn't realize how to walk to the couch.
That's true.
That was hysterical.
Okay.
There's 2 ways to walk. He walked the wrong way. Secondly, you look slovenly.
Mm-hmm.
And
told a boring story.
And you told the boring story with pieces of vinyl.
So
well, I'm combining those into 3 negatives.
Thanks.
And the positive was you told a great story about getting guests. How is that overwhelmingly negative?
You're a funny dude.
That's not overwhelmingly negative.
You're a funny man.
The appearance, a jacket you can improve on. It's simple. Your clothing.
If you don't see it as overwhelmingly negative, then you're blind. But that's okay. I mean, I just think you're not seeing it.
I don't see it as overwhelmingly negative.
Do you see it as positive?
Overwhelmingly negative is goofing on you when you went on Jimmy Kimmel and threw that ball and you couldn't even fucking throw a ball to the guy. That was negative.
Got that.
That was ridiculous.
I understand.
And I knew how upset you were about it, so I laid off you.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did. Go back and listen. I did. I felt for you. But this is stuff you can improve. You can certainly call records, not pieces of vinyl. And I believe you will start calling records. I do. I think you're
sometimes I do. Sometimes
it doesn't relate to an audience. They don't know what you're talking about.
It's a ridiculous, nitpicky, dumbass thing.
All right. Well, that's why I've gotten nowhere in life.
I didn't say you got nowhere.
I think everything through.
Gary's very pleased with the appearance.
I can't hear you. I really can't.
Oh, wow. Is everyone standing?
Wow, where's this from? I've never heard this before.
The Bowie anthem.
I love it. Wow.
Wow. Who is that, Fred?
Hold on 1 second.
Fabulous.
Psych.
Yeah, oh, he's so good.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Yes, Robin, I was pleased with the appearance. I was.
You didn't have any criticism of it at all.
I wish I would have found the desk easier, but other than that, I think it was a positive experience.
Good. Well, then we think that too. Are those clothes you're wearing or pieces of cotton?
I'm wearing a pant. I'm wearing
How many pieces of cotton?
I'm wearing
do
a
you
set
own?
of pants.
How many pieces of cotton do you own?
You're so silly.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing. Who calls a record pieces of vinyl? I never heard that. And I said to Gary this morning, this is what started this. I said to Gary, honestly, I mean, we're off the air. Who calls a record pieces of vinyl? When
Well, I
did that
didn't call
start?
a record. I called a collection.
Pieces of vinyl. I said, Gary, and this was not
an
for the air.
It's not an unheard of expression.
That the first time I've heard of it is from you.
But on the wrap-up show yesterday, several people called who said, of course they've heard that expression before.
I think they're
so because you haven't heard it, it couldn't have possibly existed.
I didn't say that. I said I've never, ever heard anyone refer to a record as a pieces of vinyl.
I didn't refer to a record. It's a collection.
Okay, I've never heard anyone refer to a collection
but other
of pieces
people have.
of vinyl.
Other people have.
When did you begin calling records pieces of vinyl?
I don't know. Probably years ago.
Years ago. So you said, I have this many pieces of vinyl.
Yeah, I think I have.
And where did you hear this term the first time? Do you have any recollection?
I don't.
You
I
do
don't. I could make up a lie, but I don't have an answer.
All right. So somewhere along the line you heard this.
Yeah, I didn't write it.
That isn't your term?
No.
You heard somebody say how many pieces of vinyl?
Several people called the wrap-up show yesterday who said they've heard it.
I'm asking about
I'm saying
you.
yes.
I understand several
I did not
people.
make
I'm
up the
talking
term.
to you.
I did not make up the term. That's the question.
Pieces of vinyl. How many files of digital do you have?
I have many digital files.
How many files of digital do you have?
Thousands.
That's how we refer to it in the collecting community, files of digital. No, it started because I question Gary and he gets angry with me, thinks I'm goofing on him.
Well, you are goofing on me.
I didn't start out goofing. I said, Gary, I've never heard the expression pieces of vinyl.
And you're goofing
then you jumped down my throat because you said, both so many people called in the wrap-up show.
I don't think you're goofing on me. You're goofing on me.
I wasn't this morning. I was really curious. I said, where did this expression come from, pieces of vinyl?
And I explained it to you, but it was apparently annoying to you.
It's like me looking at my hair going, how many pieces of hair do I have?
There's an explanation that you don't care to understand, so it's fine.
I heard the explanation. I don't accept it.
Exactly.
Right.
We
Sounds
agree
silly.
to disagree.
Does anybody else think this is silly, Fred?
I'm personally.
Have you ever heard pieces of vinyl?
And I'm trying to be honest here. I've never heard that expression until Gary said it. I'm
That's
not
what
saying that he's wrong.
Right.
I would have used the term either albums or records.
Yeah, so,
but
hey,
I've never called my collection.
Why would you call
pieces.
records pieces of vinyl? Like, wouldn't you just go?
I mean,
you want the explanation?
There's vinyl flooring.
Right.
It could be 1,000 pieces of vinyl flooring mixed in with my records.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, they've always been called records. Why do you need a new name for them?
I don't know.
It's like a fancy.
It sounds a little pretentious. Yeah. Personally.
Okay,
pieces
fine.
of vinyl.
I'll take that from Fred. It sounds a little pretentious.
Well,
but it's not.
He's awfully negative. What is your favorite piece of vinyl, by the way? Mine is Sgt. Pepper's.
50 Ways to Rank Your Mother. That's my favorite piece of vinyl.
That's your favorite? Do you own that?
I do.
All right, so that's your favorite piece of vinyl.
It's one of them.
See, now you're being sarcastic.
I am?
Yeah.
I thought I was just being honest.
Yeah, all right. Well, you're not being honest because I'm asking you about pieces of vinyl and you're not being honest. Sgt. Pepper's is my favorite piece of vinyl. Does that sound weird to you, or would it be more? No. Would it be more relevant if I said my favorite record is Sgt. Pepper?
Again, it refers to a collection, not. But again, you just want to do what you want to do, so go do it.
My question is, if you walked into a store and said, "I would like to buy a piece."
No, I would say I want to buy a record, but when you're talking about a
you should say piece of vinyl.
You might say how many pieces of vinyl do you have in the store because it's records and 45s. I'm just saying.
and the guy will beat you up.
That's all you got out of the Fallon appearance, just that one line?
No.
Yeah.
About that.
That's all you got.
That wasn't a critique of the Fallon appearance. I've heard you say pieces of vinyl here and on your new show. You know. Do you refer to your teeth as teeth or pieces of ivory?
Pieces of ivory.
How many pieces of ivory?
32.
Oh, Jesus.
Are you sure it's just 32?
It seems like more. All right, anyway, no, congratulations.
On what?
I'm sorry.
On what?
On your Jimmy Fallon appearance. You were the best. I didn't say you were bad. I just asked why you couldn't find your chair. It seemed pretty easy to me.
Why I couldn't find my chair, why I'm a big fat pig, why I dress like shit.
Say you were a fat
why I tell
pig.
a bad story except for the good story, the one good story.
The shirt didn't fit you well. And you know what? On my early Letterman appearances, I wish somebody would have said to me, hey, you don't look good. Your clothing is not working for you. I'm not saying you're a fat piece of shit. I never called you a piece of shit. I just said
a fat slob. You just say I'm slob. You say I'm slob.
Well, I take that back. You looked heavy to me in that shirt.
Okay.
You know,
again, I was saying to you this morning, one of the points I was making is I got up the next morning. You go on Twitter so you could everyone can tell you how horrible you are in every way.
Right.
And of the many critiques I got, the shirt or the heaviness was not anywhere.
All right.
And I got
mine was original.
Many critiques.
All right. Well.
Would you take the word of a fashion consultant?
No, he doesn't listen to anybody. He's convinced that he looked good.
Sure, Robin.
Okay. Because maybe we'll have it analyzed. And you'll see that Howard is actually trying to help.
Thank you, Robin.
I am. I mean, you know what it is? Gary's used to, on that show, being next to John Hine, who's the size of an elephant. So he thinks he's skinny now. Compared to John, you're thin.
He's Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Gary's Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper.
He's like, I'm thin. Look at John Hine.
I am of average weight.
Yeah.
Average weight. I am of average weight.
You look roly-poly to me in that shirt.
Do you understand that sometimes clothing can make you look heavy?
Sure.
Yeah. Dude, John's got to lose a couple of pounds. I heard he was a little hurt not hurt, but he was disappointed he didn't get asked on Jimmy Fallon.
He was, because John and I had done a bunch of press together, and they pitched us to Fallon, and he wasn't on, and he was bummed.
Yeah.
I understand. We do the show together.
Right. John Hine, superstar. What are you going to do? Did it cause a rift between you two?
No, not at all. In fact, I called him before I accepted the appearance to tell him what was going on. He thought it was best for the show. He's
John's a reasonable guy. That's why I like John. He's not an asshole.
He's not.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, God, what critique would that have been?
Oh, John? John's got to lose weight. I've told him a million times, but John doesn't care. Gary gets all bummed out when I say it. He starts fighting with me. John's like, yeah, I know I do. Listen, I got to lose a couple, too.
I don't think you do.
I do. You haven't seen me with my shirt off. I'm sloppy. I know it. I'm harder on myself than you could ever be. I know what I look like. I'm a fucking mess.
Oh, I'm not saying I'm good looking or thin or anything.
Yeah,
I'm saying
that shirt made you look heavy when you were sitting.
But hold on, let's talk about you for a second.
I'm not the only person who said it. It's just that these people won't come on the air and say it.
That's fine.
All right.
That's fine. But I don't think you're fat.
Thank you.
And you always think you're...
I'm sloppy. I'm not fat.
But I mean...
Titties, and I got a belly.
How many guys your age are tight?
I don't use that as an excuse.
Should he accept that?
No,
That's right.
I'm just saying it's hard to do. And you work harder than anybody at it.
Yeah, not so hard. I've been lame lately. What can I do? But I'm down on myself. I'll give you a private look at my stomach. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'd like to haul you into a room and let you see me nude. It's weird. When Gary was on Fallon, I thought I didn't recognize Gary right away, and I thought it was they were promoting The Biggest Loser.
Oh.
Does people lose weight?
Oh, dear.
Nah, you were fine. What am I going to tell you? You know what I mean? It was good. It was a good appearance. I just had a couple of pointers that I thought could have helped you, but you're taking it the wrong way. So what can I do?
You also don't take critiques that well.
I don't need critiques. I'm hard enough.
I'm just saying
you're in love with yourself.
When people when you get a news report and somebody talks about how you did something on the show, you don't take well to it.
Well, if it's true, I take well to it, but very rarely is it true in the media. Media lies.
Almost never true.
Almost never true. All right. Thank you, Gary. Good luck with your TV show. One can only hope it's canceled. So the people here can get back to work. What?
Who's going to cover beef?
I'm not looking for you to be on VH1 Classic. I need an executive producer. That's what I'm looking for. Anytime you're working on VH1 Classic, I'd rather have you here.
So my vacation weekends, which is when we shot that.
All right. That's fair enough.
So we really went out of our way to shoot. I shot my July vacation.
It's just I would prefer having a full-time executive producer and then take some downtime with his family and relaxes. So that's me selfishly.
Right.
That means I like you. Doesn't mean I hate you.
No, I think it means you want what you want for you.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what I want for me.
But like you're working on your time off too, and I'm just saying I would like to be able to do what I want on my own time.
Well, who stopped you?
Well, you are. You're saying
I'm not.
You just said.
I just said I prefer you didn't have another show.
Right.
I didn't tell you not to do it, did I?
No, you didn't. But you said I prefer it. But what else would you prefer I not do while I'm on vacation?
I prefer that when you're on vacation, you take a vacation, relax, and if you find yourself with the urge to work, you work on our show. That's what I would prefer. If you have that urge, that's all.
Mm-hmm.
Is that too much to say?
No.
All right. All right, that's all. That's my wish. Doesn't mean you have to comply. He walks out so defeated.
Mr. Del Bate?
Yes.
How seriously do you take Howard's criticism in the sense that he's saying, work on my show and nothing else?
I take it very seriously. I take this job very seriously. So, of course, when he says stuff like that, I take it seriously.
Will this mark the end of your outside appearances, you know, for what it's worth, you know, promoting?
No, but it will mark the beginning of a discussion that Howard and I should probably have off the air, a more sensible discussion where it doesn't get on the air. And because talking to Howard on the air is different. It's just harder to have a real discussion.
You know, you've done outside appearances in the past. He's mocked some of them, but in a different way. Do you think the volume of outside appearances, like he was just mentioning with, you know, with Ronnie, with even Lisa, or things attached to the show?
What? Probably. I can't answer what anybody else does. I can only answer for myself.
But are you a little resentful of the fact that other people are doing all these appearances and kind of compromising yours? I mean, you're at the top of the food chain.
I don't think that what they do should compromise what I do. I am dealing with myself, so I can't decide what other people are doing or should be doing.
The other thing I wanted to ask you about was, did you look back once more at your Fallon appearance and sort of critique your shirt? Did you agree with any of Howard's criticism of your physical appearance?
I thought I looked okay. I did not think I looked stunning, nor did I look fat and slovenly. I looked okay.
If you could go back in time, regardless of Howard's criticism, would you have changed your shirt? Looking at it a second.
No, I like that shirt. I would have kept that shirt. I think that shirt looks good. Hey, by the way, did you watch the? Did you watch any of the video? It's mostly visual. Did you watch stuff from the Jamaica trip? The weirdest thing is Stephanie. You know, Ronnie didn't get there, so Stephanie's on stage. Stephanie's doing the show now. She was Ronnie, because Ronnie was a day late, and she's doing a poem, and it's like long and weird.
I put the poem on. Okay. Towards the end, she says, you know, maybe one day he'll make me his wife.
Like, she's lucky.
You know what that's like? I got to think of a better analogy because she's dead and she's sort of a saint now. But it's like if you pay to see McCartney, although Ronnie's not McCartney, and you got Linda McCartney. Yeah, but that's not even right because Ronnie's not Paul McCartney.
Right.
Well, everyone's got these projects. I've got superstars surrounding me. I'm looking for somebody who isn't a superstar. I turned on the news yesterday. Oh, every newscast I hear is Lisa G's book. You better buy Lisa G's book or we'll never stop hearing about it. I go, what do we have anybody here who just kind of does the show? Or am I nuts? And Ronnie's block party going to Jamaica? I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's getting out of hand.
With Beetlejuice and, oh my God.
That was like an extravaganza.
Meanwhile, Ronnie was with me at America's Got Talent. Then he had to jet off to get to this fucking island that they were on. And then until Ronnie got there, Stephanie, Ronnie's girlfriend, was running the block party. I'm like, people paid for this? And I know
what do you mean she was running the block
I have nothing to do with this block party, and yet my name is sort of obviously attached to it. It's everyone from the Howard Stern show. So I'm sure the fans think I'm somehow involved or give my blessing to this thing. I fucking hate it. Excuse all my profanity. But it does piss me off.
Well, it's appropriate to the block party.
And now I guess Ronnie's girlfriend was in charge of the block party until Ronnie could get there, and she was up there reading poems.
Oh, really?
All right, so
Lucy.
What? She's like Lucy, yeah. I want to go to the show. Wah.
I want to be in the show.
Come on, Ricky. I want to be on the show.
All right, honey. You can go.
What's the matter?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know. You're carrying on about me now.
Block
what
party.
Did I do?
I hate it.
I was there. I worked with you, and then I left.
Yeah, I know. That's fine. That part was fine. But
okay.
Then, like Stephanie's, I just
no.
hate the block
Here's what
party.
happened.
I hate it. I hate it.
Here's what happened. Could you let me talk? Here's what happened. The block party was scheduled from Thursday to Sunday.
Yeah, yeah.
In
That already
Jamaica.
annoys me.
Okay. I was with you working. We had like a little comedy show set up for Thursday night.
Right.
So Stephanie had gone down on Wednesday with some people, like our promoter guy and Richie from Howard TV to shoot it, and Rachel and all that. Okay.
Yeah.
So
now she's part of the traveling circus.
This was not my idea. It was my promoter's idea.
My promoter.
To have her.
What a nightmare.
My promoter, Sequoia.
Yeah. Well, let's end. When is the block party going to be done officially?
Well, we're booked up till December already.
Good. And let's end it after that. Okay.
Why
That's enough.
Why?
Because
Why
I
you have to
hate
be
it,
like
and
that?
it's a reflection on me. And stop using all my guys.
I'm not
Get
using
your own show.
I stopped that.
Enough of using me.
I told you I stopped it.
Good. Enough with the block party. Let Shuli go back to doing his comedy show. You don't need to be doing that.
What am I doing? Well, I'm doing his hosting with JD.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
I just don't want my name associated with this shit. It's
But
terrible.
it's not your name. It's Ronnie Munn Block Party.
Yeah, I know. It has nothing to do with me.
I didn't.
It looks like I don't know any other show that has this. I'm talking about television or radio. I can't name one.
I thought you would like it.
I hate it.
The people loved it.
I don't care what the people
We had doctors, lawyers,
I couldn't
dentists
care.
there.
I couldn't care less what
People
the people
came from
loved.
Canada saying how great it is.
Yeah.
You know, have people come down,
Good,
hang out.
I would prefer
I don't
this
get
little
it.
ancillary
I don't get
business.
you, man. I really don't.
I don't like the business off my radio show.
But when
I don't put together things like this for a reason. In other words, I could have years ago put together a traveling circus.
I know that.
I don't do it because I've got a tremendous pride in what I do. I didn't bargain for this Ronnie Block Party. It's a nightmare.
Why is it? I don't
because it's an
I don't
embarrassing reflection
why
on
it's
me.
a nightmare.
It's an embarrassing reflection on me. I don't want a Ronnie Block Party on my show. I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't.
Then we're done. At the end of the year.
All right.
Oh, you're killing him.
Well, who cares if I'm killing him? He makes a great living being doing. I gave him a limo job. I have him a security job. I don't know what he wants from me.
I didn't say it wasn't. I
know you want to be famous.
I do it on my own time. I do it on my own time.
Everybody here's got an ancillary business, a side freak show off the business here. The show is the thing, not the Ronnie Block Party.
Well, I thought that was part of the show, kind of.
JD, I don't even think JD got any sleep on Sunday night. Came in here all fucking hangdog.
That's my fault?
Whose fault is it? Mine?
We left at 11 o'clock in the morning. How could he not get any sleep?
I don't know. We got here, and I think he went right straight to work, and that was the end of it. Who needs that? I don't need it. I need a guy fresh and bushy-tailed for work. Work!
I was here first thing in the morning yesterday.
No, I know you were.
I made sure we left early, made sure we got back.
What happened? Your girlfriend now is the Ronnie Block Party?
No,
now
I just told you what
she
happened.
got up and read a poem. Listen to this poem.
Oh, no.
All right, so I got a little surprise for you guys.
Who's paying for this? What did people pay to see Stephanie read a poem?
They loved it.
They loved it.
I'm telling you, they loved the whole weekend.
They loved that?
They had a blast.
I'm sure they did. They got to hang out with people from the Howard Stern radio show.
So why is that bad?
Because I don't want to be responsible for it.
But we didn't do anything bad.
I don't know what you do. I don't want to be. It's not my. I don't want anything to do with it.
We ate dinner with the people.
Yeah, I don't care.
We sat at the pool with them.
Go call someone up and have dinner with them. Be my guest.
I don't get it, man. All right.
I mean, God. The guys who work under you, like Terry, Terry the driver,
right?
How about he starts going out and having Terry the driver parties?
Okay.
And then it reflects on you, and you don't know what's going on.
All right.
You follow?
I follow.
You want to be responsible for that? No, I don't. I'm not responsible for you.
We're not doing anything bad.
I don't know what you're doing. I don't know these promoters. I don't know anything about it. It's not under my control. I have nothing to do with it.
I know that.
Remember the SEC came after me and I had nothing to do with it?
Well, me too.
But guess what? They came after me.
And me also.
Right. I don't want to hear about the Ronnie Block Party. It's crazy. Robin, what do you think of this?
Well, I hear what you're saying, and I understand that. I don't know how this all started. And I don't know how it became this big either.
I don't know. Shuley, Shuley, I guess, has stand-up.
Right.
Which he always did.
Yeah, but he was always involved with a group of people that were involved with.
Yeah, and then it morphed, and then that somehow fell apart. There was a falling out, and then they latched on to the idea of Ronnie's block party.
No, they didn't latch on.
What?
They didn't latch on.
Yeah, they latched on. They latched on to an idea.
It was Scott the engineer's idea.
Yeah. Well, every bad idea comes from Scott, I believe. Yes, king of all blacks.
You know, Howard, you got to stop that block party.
Oh, go sweep the streets, will you, please? You and your big mouth.
I don't understand.
Maybe we should stop your shit show it, because nobody listens to that crap.
I think we did stop it.
Good.
No, we didn't stop it. Something happened.
It's done, man. You don't realize it. It's done. You're over.
Yeah, what's your point of view on this?
What is, first of all, you know what pisses me off? What does a girl have to do with it? Why don't she sit home? Why don't she sit home?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what this is. Sit home.
Yeah, sit home. Sit home. You just do something else. You don't have to be involved with what I'm doing.
Mind your business.
I would tell my wife that.
Yeah, your wife. You lock her in a goddamn closet and you fucking lick her feet. Weirdo. Friggin' weirdo.
Yeah.
Hey, King of All Blacks, didn't you ask to be on the block party?
Oh, he begged, man. He begged.
I begged
you begged. I got the word that you begged to be on the block party.
I don't beg nobody.
Oh, you're full of shit, man.
I ain't never begged somebody in my life.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you begged your daddy for all the money you got.
So what? So what? I bought it.
So what? Yeah, so what?
It's so annoying. Anyway, here's Ronnie's girlfriend at the block party reading a poem.
Can I go? I got to go bring a guest.
Go ahead.
Since Ronnie loves his poems, I wrote one of my own.
Oh, this is
good. I was bartending away with plans in my hand. Sorry, I already fucked it up again. All right. Let me start that shit.
She's obviously learning the cursing from Ronnie.
Right. This is the way you address the block party crowd.
Over, I'm sorry. I was bartending away with my plans in hand. Then suddenly intruded this man. When he makes me laugh, he brings me to tears. So what if there's 33 years? Instead of dreams of a wild bachelorette for life, it turned into dreams of a partner for life. As he wooed me with his mysterious woman-whispering ways, they engulfed me, and I knew I would always have a place to stay.
I didn't think Ronnie's poetry could be made worse. Somebody could do worse than him.
We're really not all that risque.
Suddenly I missed the poem Winter.
Right.
It just seems to be our forte to seem that way. I fucked that line up too, I'm sorry. I Dutch oven him all the time.
Ronnie doesn't understand why I want this stopped.
Oh my goodness.
It's just, it's nothing I really approve of. You know?
Well, it's hard to tell you don't approve.
I really don't.
Well, I understand that, but when you've got the video cameras following you around,
right? Yeah,
and you know you get to promote it on the show, it doesn't seem like you don't approve.
Yeah, maybe if I stop all the promotion. I mean, yesterday I tuned in. I hear Ronnie's block party, Lisa G's book. There's a couple other things. Gary's TV show. Who else do we have? It's endless. The only guy I'm suddenly not angry with is Benji. Somehow him I like.
He's probably thinking up something right now to piss you off.
Yeah, how come he can't come up with something to piss me off? Suddenly he's the model employee. Yeah, well, this is my own doing. I kind of like it. Whenever somebody asks me, like, "Hey, can we go do this?" And I go, "I don't want to. I don't want to say no." But other shows, they don't have access. Like Letterman's organization, you can't get to Letterman to even ask him. The Rob Burnett is the acting prick, and he goes, "Fuck you! Are you crazy?" You're on the David Letterman show.
People are coming up and saying, "I want to be on the Biff block party."
Yeah,
I want to have the Biff block.
No, they're afraid to. But around here, everyone has access to me, and they're like, "Hey, do you care?" And then I'm like this nice guy that goes, "Yeah, I guess it's okay." You know. I mean, surely going out and doing stand-up on his own time, I don't care. And, you know, and all the promotion that goes on, and go see this one and that one. I'm going to stop it all. You know? It's enough. It's too much. Right?
If you don't like it.
Yeah, and like, I shouldn't even be, like, Letterman doesn't have this in his day. Like, he just goes to work, and everyone shits their pants when he shows up. I'm trying to get, like, a Rob Burnett type to do that for me.
You want Gary to be the Rob Burnett, but Gary has projects.
Right. How can Gary tell people no? As soon as he sees an opportunity, he plunks right into it.
Listen, Howard, I would just say one thing, and I'm not trying to... You know, Rob's off doing movies and TV shows
yeah, I know.
well.
I know. But he's not on Letterman promoting it. I noticed Dave didn't have him on as a guest. Did you follow that?
I guess.
Yeah. Okay. You guess or you know?
I know Dave didn't have him on.
Yeah, Dave didn't even show up at the fucking premiere of that movie. He didn't want anything to do with it.
But I know that he was on, like, CBS early show. He wasn't on a lot of the shows.
Exactly. And guess who didn't like it? Dave. Our airwaves are cluttered with fucking projects. You know?
But it's always been this way.
I know. I'm changing it, though. Today.
Today, the new rule
right.
is...
See, I shouldn't even have to make the new rule. Like, that's my executive producer's job. He should be cleaning all this shit up. And I should be like, oh, this is terrible what Gary's doing. I have a new project for everyone if they want to be in on it. It's called The Howard Stern Show. Oh, boss, that's so boring. Why should we just be involved in that? Yes, Manny, you're on the air.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey.
Two things real quick. Gary definitely sounds pretentious, and I don't call my CD collection 600 pieces of plastic.
Oh, you should.
I mean, I think
How many pieces of plastic do you
I'm going to go home and count.
and I also have 496 individual files on my iPod as well.
Nice.
Yes, so.
Thank you, Manny.
Robin, come back to the studio, please.
All right.
All right. As soon as she can. I didn't even want to talk about this. I have so many other things to talk about, Robin.
Yeah, it got started because I guess you and Gary got into it over pieces of vinyl.
Crazy, right?
You know, we talk so much about how, you know, that pretentious language pops up, like the radio language, and then he goes out and does it.
Yeah. Like, you want to be a collector of records, which I think is fine, you know, if you want to do that, but don't come up with your special lingo. Pieces of vinyl. How many pieces of vinyl do you own? I mean, it's ridiculous. And then when I challenge him on it, he gets mad at me.
Hey, Robin, you want to talk about pretentious? Let's get fucking vegucated.
He's so hurt.
Funny.
He's angry with us.
I know.
She doesn't go around saying, how many pieces of vegetables did I eat today?
Yeah.
Would this be a good time to start planning the final 8 months of the party in extravagant fashion? I mean,
December,
really,
the last show is over, and that's it. Goodbye. Okay? I'm not planning anything. We're booked till the end of the year.
Is greatly upset.
Oh, stop with your fucking words, man. What is wrong with you?
Right now? Why is the block party so important to you?
It's not. I don't give a shit. I'll cancel it right now. They can cancel every date. I don't care.
Okay, let's do it.
Go ahead.
Let's do it.
What are you doing? What do you got to do with it?
You clearly don't mean that. It's important.
Cancel it right now.
The block party is part of it.
4 sold-out shows in Boston in 2 weeks.
It's in your blood, Mr. Munn.
Cancel more. Go ahead. I don't give a fuck.
Ronnie, what will you do with all this? Ronnie, what will you do with all this spare time, with all these free weekends?
Have fun with my girlfriend.
Ronnie, the last question, real quick. Has Howard given you enough? Like he said, he gave you a job, a business.
I guess he hasn't given you enough because you're breaking my balls.
No, you haven't given me enough. I'm
not giving you shit.
No, but why?
I'm not giving you shit.
Why do you yearn for more on the weekends? Hasn't he given you enough?
Hey, listen. We like doing it. I have a good time. If it's over, it's over. Fine.
In your opinion, is there any way
Oh my God!
this
He
can be
goes
saved?
on and on. He doesn't stop.
Can this party be saved, or is this party over?
Go and ask him. Go ahead. Walk in there,
your
big
opinion.
shot.
No, I'm asking
No,
you.
be a big shot. Let me see what a big shot you are. Go in there. You're the interviewer here. Go in there and ask him if the fucking thing is really over.
Well, Ronnie, that would be silly.
Why would it be silly?
Because he's in the middle of being on the air. You're not on the air.
But he's talking about me and my block party. You're supposed to be interviewing me about that.
And that's what I'm doing.
Well, you're trying to get the full...
Why would I go in the studio
You're trying to
when I
get the
wanna
full
interview
scoop. No, you're trying to get the full scoop.
I'm trying to get your opinion.
Is it really over? Go ask him.
Try to bait
Go
me
ask
into a
him
war
if it's
of
really
semantics,
over.
Mr. Mundell,
Okay?
win every time.
All right. Goodbye.
Let me ask.
It's over.
Can I?
Go ahead,
I just
Mr.
want to. No,
Lieber.
I want to elaborate on something Greg said earlier because I don't know if you got the question. Greg was saying, if the block party is going to end in December, why not between now and then just do huge extravaganzas and really make it count?
Because we have shows booked all the way to the end of the year, and I'm doing one a month, and that's it. I'm not adding any more on. The shows that we have booked already till the end of the year are all pretty big venues, so I'm happy with it, and that's it. So if it's over in December, it's over.
Omarosa's stopping by.
Omarosa.
Omarosa from...
Omarosa.
From she's on Celebrity Apprentice this year.
She likes her name pronounced correctly.
How do you say it?
Omarosa.
Omarosa?
Yes.
No, it's Omarosa, no?
No, it's not.
Omarosa? How do you know
Omarosa.
that? Omarosa. All right, good. Omarosa's stopping by.
I heard her saying it one day, and it was like, I'm Omarosa.
It's, that's pretty pretentious. Even her name is like an issue. Omarosa's stopping by, so we'll be talking to her. And a whole bunch of other stuff. But first, these words. Listen to this.
Good morning, Omarosa.
Hi.
So you're back.
I love coming here. I really, really do.
What is it about Howard that intrigues you and that keeps you coming back?
He's a great interviewer. I mean, he's candid, he's real, he's down to earth, he's funny, and I'm looking forward to it.
What are you expecting from today's interview?
I think he's going to ask me to show him my boobs again, which I won't. Probably ask to have sex with me again. I won't. And it'll probably go like that for about an hour.
But you've already made up your mind. Neither of those two things will be happening.
Not going to happen.
But fun will be had.
No, it's a great time. It's like a party in the morning. So, hi, Howard.
All right, we'll see you in the studio.
Bye.
It's so strange. Okay, hard O, Omarosa. And I said, how do you pronounce your last name? And she says, we don't.
Oh.
I'm Omarosa.
Okay.
Oh, really? Oh, Jesus Christ.
I think that's funny. She's like, you know.
So she's in the process.
I'm going to ask her, why don't you want your last name?
Hey, guess who's here? Omarosa. It's not Omarosa, it's Omarosa. Hard O. I've been corrected. Yeah, Omarosa. Hey, Omarosa.
Hi.
Look at you. Nice outfit.
There she is. Omarosa.
Hey, Robin.
Robin corrected me. It's Omarosa.
Yeah, Hardo.
You look good.
I'm trying to keep up.
Yeah, why not? You look real nice. Very good. You look different to me.
I do?
Yeah, maybe the hair is different, or
I
don't
added
know.
a little longer weave this trip, Robin.
Yeah.
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 You're
Are you
looking
looking
very
shaved?
glam.
Thank
Arms
you.
look toned.
I'm spinning.
Your real chest or fake?
No, Howard, we covered this last time I was here.
They're real,
I bought
right?
These.
Oh, you bought those?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great. D cup, right? Absolutely.
He applauds you.
I applaud that. I mean, it seems like you got a good doctor to do that.
Yeah, Dr. Nicoli. He's hot.
How long ago did you do it?
About 6 years ago.
Best move of your life, or you have problems?
You know what? I'm a little uncomfortable with them now because I'm in the ministry. So it's hard to put on a preacher's collar when you got boobs.
When you say ministry, what kind of ministry are you
I'm
in?
the assistant pastor of a church in Los Angeles, Weller Street Missionary Baptist Church.
And you feel the breasts make you too sexual to minister?
It's a little uncomfortable. Particularly, I put robes on, I put everything, but you can't hide. Yeah, it's hard.
But you love them. I mean, you love what it does for your figure, right?
Well, it's very difficult when you're trying to preach the message of Jesus Christ, and you've got all this going on.
So was the breast augmentation prior to you finding religion?
Yes.
Can I say
long
something?
Time ago.
I think your breasts help preach because it attracts men to the ministry. I think it's a very good thing. I think more people should get breast implants who are in the ministry, and I might
right?
I might need some counseling
Even
for
the
sure.
guys, yeah.
They said about you, Omarosa, that you would have your 15 minutes of fame and you would go away. But meanwhile, your 15 minutes have lasted much longer than the typical 15 minutes. Have they not?
It's been a decade. We started The Apprentice in the fall of 2003, so it's literally been 10 years.
Is that how the public came to know you, from The Apprentice?
That's right.
And how did you get on The Apprentice? What was your claim to fame for being on The Apprentice? Was it originally just because you were someone who entered the contest?
Yeah, I left the White House, and they had this competition to be a CEO for Trump's company, and so I sent a tape in. And,
right. What were you doing at the White House? I forget.
I was Deputy Associate Director of Presidential Personnel under Bill Clinton.
Yeah, you're a big deal. I mean, people don't know that about you. You have a law degree, don't you?
No, I have a master's degree.
Oh, you do? Where from?
Yeah, in law. From Howard University.
So what's the difference between a master's degree in law and a lawyer?
It's policy. I do telecom policy. I'm an expert in Section 254 of the Telecommunication Act, which nobody cares about.
But so you are, but you never decided to become an actual lawyer.
No, I did go to get a doctorate, and I got all the way to the end, and then I went on The Apprentice. So I had to either defend my dissertation or go and tape this show, and I kind of...
As sexy as you are, Bill Clinton never came on to you? Seriously?
No, he was very respectful.
Really? Did you have alone time with him?
I would take trips. We did advanced trips, and so...
And he never... I don't know if you've ever revealed this.
Was it ever inappropriate?
Yeah, was it ever...
No, he was a consummate gentleman.
Were you attracted to him?
I think he was a great, charismatic guy, but not in a disrespectful way. One, I think Hillary is awesome, and she's an incredible mentor. So
the idea that Bill Clinton is a guy who just can't keep it in his pants was not something you experienced?
No, I think that he was going through a really tough time with the impeachment, that sort of thing. And
did you know Monica Lewinsky at the time?
I saw her around the West Wing, but I didn't know her.
Was it shocking to you personally, as someone who worked in the White House, that the president, the man that you worked for, was it shocking to you when you learned about Monica Lewinsky?
What was shocking is they kept telling us that the reports weren't true.
Right.
And so they would take us in the briefing room, and here we are, all these political appointees, and they're like, stay the course, it's not true, they're attacking him. And then you got on the news that Sunday, and he's like, I had an inappropriate relationship with this girl. We're like...
Is that why you left the White House? Did you become disillusioned?
No, I actually left to go work on Gore's campaign, and, we lost that campaign.
Do you think you really lost the campaign, or don't you think it was sort of a swindle? I mean, I always felt Gore won the general election, and somehow Florida screwed everything up. Didn't you think?
I absolutely agree. I believe that we won that. We won the popular vote, and certainly there were some things that happened in Florida that caused us to not.
Did you become disillusioned with politics because of that? No?
I still believe in the power of the office.
You do?
Of the President of the United States.
I would become very, very disheartened if I worked that hard on the Al Gore campaign.
You should run for president. Stern for president.
I'm running for vice president with Jesse Ventura in 2016, possibly.
Are you?
Yes, we're considering a run.
What's your platform?
I'm not sure. So when he tells us, I'm the vice president.
Like, what's going on?
You know what? I'm going along for the ride because that maniac might actually win. He won the governorship thing in Minnesota. I'm like, wow, vice president, I could handle that.
Yeah, he's awesome.
As long as he stays healthy and I don't have to run anything, I'm cool. You know what I mean? I'll be the Veep.
But wouldn't you want to blow stuff up?
Yeah. I want to. Don't you want to nuke some of these countries that are against us?
I can't have either one of you in the office.
Do you ever want to blow something
I
up?
have some aggression issues. That's
Who
why
would you blow up? I'll tell you who I want to after you tell me. If you were president of the United, if it was President Omarosa, who would you blow up?
Anybody that hurt children, I would go after.
So who's that?
I mean, you see these stories of people who lock children in closets and hurt children,
Yeah,
and
we can't just blow.
go and shoot up kids at Sandy Hook. You can't,
I'm talking countries. Are there countries that you're angry with?
No.
Oh, I'm talking about blowing up whole nations.
Oh, you want to blow up whole nations?
Yeah. Me and Jesse Ventura are going to do that. when we get in
good luck
office.
with that.
It's going to be great. So, are you satisfied with your life now that you're on The Apprentice again, or do you just see this as like a rehash old news? Are you enjoying The Apprentice?
I went on for charity. I mean, I won $40,000 for the Sue Duncan Children's Center in the South Side of Chicago, so I think I did well.
Duncan, I had no idea that you were engaged to the actor Michael Clark Duncan.
Yes, he was.
Who I think did he win the Academy Award?
No, he was nominated
for
Best Actor.
for a Green Mile. Green Mile.
Yeah,
great actor.
Incredible.
By the way, Howard, I was always supposed to give you a message from Michael Clark Duncan.
Oh, really?
And I saw him a few weeks before he died.
And what was the message?
And he said, "Tell Howard I said hello."
Oh, well,
and I never got to tell you that. And I felt horrible
well,
about
thanks for remembering. Now, I mean, when he was alive, I would have wanted to know that. When did you meet him? When did you
I met him in the Whole Foods about 4 years ago.
Randomly? Was he a fan of yours from...
Yeah, he walked up and he's like, "Oh, you're that tough girl, that mean girl from The Apprentice." And I was like, screw you. And I walked away and I didn't give him my number.
So
I got an attitude problem.
How did he find you?
He followed me around the store and we got into the checkout lane. He handed me his number and he's like, "Well, let me make it up to you." And I was like, And then he actually made some calls and got my number.
Was it love at first sight, or were you? Did it take you a while to build an attraction?
I never dated actors, so I wasn't really like, oh, it's an actor.
You weren't impressed?
I mean, it's Michael Clark Duncan. He's 6'5", 300 pounds. He's standing in front of you. He's got that amazing voice. So, yeah, I was impressed, but I couldn't let him know that, Howard.
How long did he date you for before you became, like, romantically involved?
For a while.
Did it take a long time to win a woman like you over?
Not really. I mean, Michael has the charm.
First night, you went to bed with him?
Oh, that would be a sexy story, but no.
How long did you wait? How long did you hold out on a Michael Clark Duncan?
I'm not going to tell you how long I held
I'm talking
out.
romance. I love romance.
Well, we were going to get married, Howard, so.
Right. So how long did you wait before you consummated?
Robin, where are you?
I feel a young girl out there.
I was just listening. What?
Omarosa, the reason I ask is that girls look up to you. In other words, why wait when you meet a great guy like that? Is there a strategy in terms of winning a man over?
Well, that was before I became a pastor. Now that I'm a pastor, my counseling goes a lot differently. Now I tell women that they need to wait until they get married.
So you become very boring.
Absolutely.
Right. Do you think without your implants, Michael Clark Duncan would have asked you to marry him? Was he wowed by them? Was he like, wow? Did that help?
He was more of an ass man.
He was an ass man?
Oh. So the boobs didn't help out.
He didn't spend time on your boobs?
Oh, my God. Howard, he's dead. We can't talk about a man when he's dead.
He was a great romance in your... Was he the great love of your life?
He was.
He was.
I wonder, people have been asking me about dating again. I mean, is it weird that I don't want to date again? I mean,
no, you were in love.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I would hope my wife would wait a few days before she started dating if I died.
How long would you want her to wait?
A lifetime.
Really? You wouldn't want her to remarry?
Hell no. I don't want any guy touching her.
You would want her to be sort of like Yoko Ono.
Yeah,
like Yoko.
Yeah, like Yoko. Yeah.
Shrine to you.
Yeah. Put my glasses on display.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be like Yoko.
How long has it been since he's gone?
Just 6 months.
Oh, and of course you don't want to be with a guy.
No.
You were about to get married and start a whole adventure with this guy.
Yeah, we have wedding gifts still coming to our house. It's kind of weird.
Who's doing that though?
It was
who's cruelly doing that?
I don't think people. I think that they ordered things from our registry and they just were arriving. So even after he died, it was like stuff coming to the house, and I'm like, is this like a cruel joke?
Do you regret not having children with him?
No, I believe that God had an ultimate plan for us, and we were certainly going to start a family after we got married.
Right.
And so, I think that everything happened as it was planned to.
And how did he pass away? I mean,
he had a heart attack.
Wasn't he a young guy?
Yeah, but he had sudden cardiac arrest. It's the same thing those 19-year-old basketball players, they're playing and they just drop dead. Their heart stopped. That's what happened to Michael. His heart just stopped suddenly.
Were you with him when this happened?
Yeah, it was with him.
And were you able to say goodbye to him?
Well, no, I did CPR, and he was able to get to the hospital, and he fought on life support for 2 months after.
Wow.
Yeah.
You were with him when he had the heart attack, and you performed CPR. How do you know how to do that?
I was a tennis instructor in college, and it was required.
Good Lord, you've done it all, huh?
You play tennis?
Of course.
Okay, well, you've done it all.
I defeated John McEnroe in 2 tournaments recently.
Robin, is he serious?
No.
Oh, I don't know. When you're, I can't.
Right. So you were a tennis instructor
in college, just to kind of make ends meet. Yeah.
You're a very impressive woman, aren't you?
I'm a humble woman.
Is that why you're such a villain on these TV shows?
It's fun to go on. I mean, I think after 10 years, people kind of know that it's a persona.
Do you fight with people on purpose, or are you really pissed off at them?
No, I just kind of sit back and I look at them and I go, wow, that's just really dumb what you did. And then they get all worked up, like, she just said I'm dumb. And the truth of the matter is, when they're a project manager, you don't want them to do well, because then they'll become the apprentice.
LaToya Jackson is the latest person you're having a problem with. I mean, in a big way.
Well, she had a problem because she got fired because of me. And so then she got really mad and went on this rant. And, I mean, she just looks really stupid because she just didn't know how to play the game.
I can't believe that somebody gets that worked up over winning the game.
Yeah,
that they literally get into these feuds and stuff. Now, you're threatening to sue her, right?
Not threatening. I'm going to. She said really nasty things about Michael.
What did she say about Michael that really pissed you off?
She said he had a heart attack, and I know that she caused it. He was on life support, and she went and pulled the plug.
Now, let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
As a person with a legal background,
right?
How can you you're as mean and as wrong as it is to say that about the man you loved and the man you were engaged to?
Uh-huh.
I don't think it's actionable.
It is only actionable if she repeats it. It's called a reckless disregard for the truth. So she said it back in October when she first taped the show.
Right.
She's repeated it subsequently on all of these talk shows that she's gone on. And so when you say it the first time, you are absolutely right. You can kind of disregard it. She said it on a reality show. You kind of let it go.
Right. It's over the top or ridiculous.
Over the top. It's in the moment.
I don't think anyone believes that you caused your fiance's heart attack.
Right. But Howard, this is where the problem comes in. When you go 6 months later, after you've had a chance to think about it, there's a cooling period.
Right.
And then you go on Bravo, Watch What Happens Now, and you say it again.
Right.
And you say you believe it. And you perpetuate it as if it's the truth. And she's done that.
Have you hired a lawyer?
Absolutely. The best. Neville Johnson, Johnson & Johnson.
Now, do you have to pay the lawyer, or is he taking this? You do.
A lot.
So this is going to cost you a lot of money.
A lot, yeah.
You believe in this lawsuit so much.
Absolutely.
What does it cost to sue someone
It's going to
over
probably cost me about $25,000 to $30,000 to see it to the end, or maybe more.
And what damages will you sue for?
Well, one, emotional distress. I mean, do you really want people to think that you harmed the person that you love?
I can tell you, I don't think anyone really thinks that of you.
But she keeps repeating it.
So what?
If she stopped and said, you know what, I was on a reality show, but it becomes very, very dangerous. One, his mother is still alive.
Right.
And she's hearing this. His nephew called me and was like, Auntie, at school they're saying, these things happen to Michael. If it was
She's
just
trying to bully you.
Say it again?
She's trying to bully you into like some sort of weird place.
I think she's trying to promote a show. She's got some little show coming on. I think she's trying to use it.
Have you said to her, look, knock it off or I'm going to sue you?
Yes, that's the first thing you have to do in California. You have to send a retraction letter.
Right. And by
we
the way,
got a letter from them.
By the way, I don't believe this, but for the record, did you pull the plug on Michael Clark Duncan? No, you did not. Okay.
I love that man.
Right. That's what I figured.
Right.
And how could you? You wouldn't have been the person to make that decision.
No, that's not.
She's saying, hey, you pulled the plug prematurely on him. You wanted to get rid of him. That's what she's implying,
That's
in other
what
words.
She's trying to imply.
Wow.
She's sick and demented. She did all these things to her family. She sold tabloid stories on her family. She wrote a book. She had press conferences when Michael Jackson was being attacked publicly. Instead of standing by her brother, she utilized it and exploited him. And I think she's trying to exploit Michael Clark Duncan's death in some weird way. I just don't know. But
so you said to her, hey, LaToya, this is getting real now. This isn't about The Apprentice anymore.
Right.
retract your statement and I won't sue you.
That's right.
And she refuses to retract it.
She refuses to retract it. They asked her on the Today Show, did you really believe that? And she says, well, yeah, I mean, I didn't mean that mean, but, you know, it was just really, it's strange. And I really would just love for her to just say, you know, I apologize, I didn't mean it, and for it to end, because I don't want to spend thousands and thousands of dollars.
So what do you want her to do? Say it right now.
She just needs to retract. She needs to say that what she said was not true.
But
if she does that, it goes away
today. You're filing the lawsuit.
Right,
is
the
that
lawsuit
correct?
is going
You gave her like 15 days. And
we gave her the time to retract it, and now, you know, we'll both be spending money on lawyers.
Right. I'm surprised she wouldn't retract that, because it just sounds like
we got a letter from her attorney.
And what did that say?
It said that it was the producer's fault. The producers made her do it. It was really strange. It was a long letter, too.
So rather than be done with it and just apologize.
She blamed The Apprentice producers. She blamed the show. She blamed stress. She blamed the situation. And then at the end, her attorney says, on behalf of my client, this is we don't believe this, but we're going to just say that Omarosa should know a little something about public feuds. I mean, it was just so convoluted. And a retraction comes from LaToya Jackson that simply says, I don't believe what I said. I retract my statement. If she says that, it goes away.
So The Apprentice gets real, in a sense. I mean, people really get angry with one another.
I don't know why. It's a game. It's a game show. And only one person wins. And then we go back to our real lives.
Are you off the show at this point? No, you're still in the game.
I'm still in
the game. So you know what happens, but we don't, right? I mean, in other words, this has all been played out already.
That's right.
Right. And so Bret Michaels, you kind of masterminded him getting off the show. You told everyone,
I said
hey,
that
Bret's a great player. Let's get rid of him.
I said he's an amazing player. He's smart. And he's already won the game.
Right.
So why would we...
And they believed you.
Right.
And they threw him off. And now he started crying. Is that correct?
Oh, I heard those stories. Bret, don't cry.
Did he really cry? And he's angry with you.
And he's mad at me.
And it doesn't bother you.
No, I don't care. I mean, the check for the show cleared like 6 months. I could care less.
You're playing a game, and you convinced
it's a game show.
And why is it so important to Bret Michaels to win? Is he clinging to this show for desperation or something?
I don't know. It really isn't. At the end of the day, it's not the most important thing going on.
It's baffling, isn't it?
I mean, I like The Apprentice, but it's just really not the most important thing happening in my life right now.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it seems to me that there are bigger things than... I mean, I look at your life. It's filled with a lot of tragedy.
Yeah, absolutely.
It really is. Your father died. Was he murdered?
My father was murdered.
Your father was murdered?
Yeah, when I was 7.
How did that happen?
He was killed.
By who? Was it over
a monster,
beef?
Really. I mean, I was 7 years old, and you know, your daddy's little girl, and then your father is killed, and then fast forward, my brother was killed 2 years ago.
Your brother was killed 2 years ago,
right.
and your fiance died of a heart attack.
Right. So there's more important things in my life going on than The Apprentice and Bret Michaels.
You can separate what's real from what's not
it's
real.
Really not that serious, The Apprentice.
Yeah, I mean, the reason they like you on that show is because you don't mind being hated or saying what's on your mind.
Right, because I speak very candidly, and they think they're at Club Med, and they're just kind of kumbaya-ing, and they're having a good time, but it's business, and I think a lot of them aren't equipped to compete on that level.
They brought Piers Morgan in, ostensibly to be some sort of, I don't know, why did they bring him into The Apprentice?
He was supposed to be a judge, but he said on the Today Shows in an article that he came back simply to fight with me, which is so tragic. I mean, it's
Did you fight
petty.
with him on it?
I mean, I'm not going to let him say crazy things to me. I mean, he is a jerk, and you know he's a jerk because, I mean, nobody's really watching his show, Howard. I think he has like 3 viewers.
Have you ever been on his new CNN talk show?
No, I have no interest. I did Larry King, who's, you know, I consider one of the greatest. I don't want to go backwards. You know what I mean?
And so when you say Piers Morgan, it was brought on to provoke you.
No, he admitted. He said it. I came on specifically to fight with Omarosa.
What would he do to get under your skin?
He would just insult me. He would tell Donald that I was the worst, even though I was the best on the task. He just undermined everything that I did.
And did you confront him?
I did.
And did you say to him, hey, why are you doing this? Why are you being a jerk?
You know, your life has to be pretty pathetic if this is the highlight of your day.
Do you think in a weird way he might be attracted to you?
I think so.
You do?
Yeah, absolutely.
He probably wants you.
It's kind of gross.
You would never ever you would never make love to him.
No, I mean, my fiance was just the finest man you'd ever want to meet.
And a fabulous lover. Michael Clark Duncan was unbelievably big. I was back in the 60s. What? No, seriously, Michael Clark Duncan had to be
Oh my God.
Huge and thick.
Oh my.
Robin, please.
There was a report that he was over 10 inches long.
Oh my God.
There was
yes.
a report?
Yes, there was.
Where was that report?
I met it.
Where was the report? Piers Morgan show.
I have to find this guy's name. I was on the plane with this CEO guy, and he's your biggest fan. And I'm going to say his name.
Now, let me ask you something.
mind?
Let's talk like adults for a second,
Here it
Omarosa.
is. Here it is. Can I just say this guy's name? His name is Brian Hale. He was a nice guy, and he was
Thank
your
you, Brian.
biggest fan.
Omarosa.
Hi, Brian.
Omarosa.
Okay.
Let's talk like adults.
Okay.
When you saw Michael Clark Duncan nude for the first time, and you've been around the block, you're an attractive woman. Men are attracted to you. I find you very attractive. I understand, but it's important for the record.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What record?
Was he the largest man you'd ever been with? And I'm not talking about his height. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Was he, and was it frightening?
Michael was an incredible human being.
An incredible lover?
An incredible lover.
The best
incredible
lover you ever
human
had?
being, Incredible fiance. He was the love of my life.
All
He
right.
topped every list in my life, everything I'd ever experienced.
Do you have the name of another CEO you met on the plane to avoid talking about Michael Clark Duncan's penis?
No, that's real.
Right.
No, this Brian Hale, he said, and he was just like, "You're going on Stern, that's so cool." And I was like, "Yeah," and
Were you attracted to Brian Hale?
No, Brian was married.
He was
just
a
a
married
really
man.
nice guy. I
All
just wanted to shout him out because he was really, he's one of your fans, Hal.
Do you think when you do you think you will eventually go back to dating?
I don't think so.
Are you serious?
I'm really.
For the rest of your life, you're a very young woman.
I know it sounds really. I just can't visualize. Maybe in the future, I just can't visualize it right now.
You were too in love.
Yeah.
Well, he ruined you.
I don't have any.
He must have crushed it. Wow.
Howard, I miss him.
Right now
Hey, I
that
bet
if
you
his
do.
wife
I
died,
do.
that
Yeah.
he would date.
Who
Howard,
would date?
would you date if your wife?
I'm in love.
But if she dies,
If she died, I don't know what I'd do.
oh, stop it!
I don't
You know
think I
you'd have
would.
another
I certainly wouldn't date. I'm being honest now. I certainly wouldn't date 6 months. I would need a period of time.
How long, Howard?
I don't know. I've never been through the loss of someone I love that much.
But you know you're
But-
not going to live the rest of your life alone.
Oh no, I need action. I need it. Do you know the other day I made love to my wife in the morning and I masturbated at night?
Oh, that's too much information.
I have a tremendous sex drive.
Poor Omarosa.
Howard,
tell
your
you
whole
what.
staff is all dressed all fancy now. What did you do?
They knew you were coming in.
No,
And they wanted to clean up their act.
They're in shirts and ties. Their hair is all slicked
They
back.
heard that you were dating. They got the information wrong.
That's not true.
No man has caught your eye, huh? Good
No.
for you. You know what? That shows me the level of commitment.
I'm in love. I know it's strange, but I'm in love with Michael. I mean, he was just an incredible human being.
Are you in touch with his family still?
I am.
You
I
are.
am. Yeah.
Do you live in his house still? Someone said you
Our
actually
house.
you
Our
li-
home. It
You're
was
home
our
together.
home. Yeah.
Too many memories. Maybe sell it.
It's big. It's 10,000 square feet. It's just me and the dog. So
That's too much room.
that's too much room.
Did he have a brother?
No, only
That
a
would
sister.
that'd be
yeah.
some story if you married his brother.
Oh
that
my
would be so
goodness.
creepy, Howard.
Not necessarily. It's
No,
happened.
really.
My aunt did that.
Your
She
aunt
married your uncle's brother?
That's right. She was very much in love with my uncle, and then he was there to console her, and they formed into a loving relationship.
That's not a little strange.
No, I thought if you knew them, you wouldn't think it was strange.
Okay.
You know, in fact, it's in the Bible. You should know that. That's what you're supposed to do. You're
That
supposed to
usually never
bang
works out.
your brother's wife.
Yeah. Thank God, Michael doesn't have a brother.
Thank God we didn't go through that. I think in the Bible it's required actually that you
No,
do that.
it's not.
Yeah.
Well, isn't there one story where you're supposed to take your
supposed to
brother's widow?
Yes.
No, you're supposed to take care of the widows. I mean,
Well,
it's
I'll take
explicit
care of
in
you.
Christ's word. In Christ's word.
If I
that
was
you're-
Michael Clark Duncan's brother, I'd be taking care of you right now. Trust me. You wouldn't know what hit you. You'd be over it real quick.
Howard, I chose this outfit just for you.
It's a great
to make
outfit.
sure everything was covered.
You're looking good. What are you doing for working out?
I spin.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's working.
Thanks.
What about so you mean they never caught your dad's killer?
Yeah, he spent some time, but he got out. I mean,
How does he get out after he killed? What
it
was
was
the,
like
what
13 or 14 years.
was? Why did he kill your father? Did they ever ask him? Did you ever research it?
I never did. I was heartbroken. I was daddy's little girl, and my father was killed. So.
Do we know? Was he involved in anything illegal? Did he know the
the
guy?
guy was mentally ill.
And why did he pick your father out of all the
I
people?
don't know, but he had a long track record of crime.
You really don't know.
No, I don't.
I don't believe you.
I don't.
I don't believe that.
I think
I
it
would
was
look
just
into
a random act.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Oh my God! And what happened to your brother?
My brother was killed when he was in bed. Intruder came in and Shot him.
Why did the intruder shoot your poor brother?
Howard, this is such a heavy show today.
Yes.
I thought we would come in,
You either talk about Michael's penis or talk about how your brother died. Were you close to your brother?
You gotta have me in therapy. I was very close to my brother, but he was involved with a woman, and she was involved with this guy who killed him. So she had a lover's triangle going.
The guy came in?
Yeah.
Into the house?
That's right.
Looking for his girlfriend?
No, he came in looking for the guy who took the woman
girlfriend.
from him.
He was jealous.
Yeah.
Is the guy in jail now?
Yeah, he is.
For
and we
life?
had to go through a trial and everything. Well, I take that back. He pleaded. He got life, but we didn't have to go through that long, drawn-out process.
Do you wish that they had executed this guy?
No.
You don't believe in the death penalty?
No, I don't. Mm-mm.
Are you angry about it?
I am in such a place of forgiveness, Howard.
Really? How do you forgive the person who kills your brother?
Because if you don't, then it controls you.
But teach me how to do
that. And
that.
the hate will consume you.
What do you mean by forgiveness?
You have to let it go. Truly, you have to
How
let
do
it
you
go.
do that?
One, you have to realize that this person isn't going to, hating him is not going to bring my brother back. That's the first thing.
Right.
If it would change things, then maybe. But it's not going to change anything. So you've got to live your life.
And what do you mean you forgive him? You're like, it's okay that you did?
No,
okay,
not in that way.
But,
the first thing that you learn in the ministry is forgiveness. In fact, Christ requires you to have forgiveness in your heart.
I couldn't have forgiveness. That's why I'm not joining the ministry anytime soon. I would just be pissed. I would not.
Know that once I was talking to a minister and I told them, a little bit about my backstory, and I said, I'm having trouble forgiving these people, and then I told them why. And the minister said to me, maybe you shouldn't forgive them.
Oh!
Yeah, well, she's got stories.
Wow, Robin.
Has LaToya Jackson accused you of any other deaths, the death of your brother or your father? Has she come out and tried to do that?
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, she's insane.
I can't believe
it. It wouldn't
this.
surprise me. But this is the same woman that posed on the cover of Playboy making out with a snake. So,
right.
It's hard to expect. It's hard to expect anything from her.
It's hard to forgive her, isn't it?
Well, I don't have a problem forgiving, but she will hear from my attorney. She's,
right. Well, let me tell you something. You've done it again.
What have I done?
I don't know, but you've done it again. You have to watch Omarosa.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Omarosa, you never use your last name.
Mm-mm.
I was trying to pronounce it even. Why don't you use your last name? Are you going for that whole share thing?
Well, I think Omarosa is a mouthful.
It is.
Yeah. So my full name is Omarosa Oni Manigault.
Manigault.
Yeah, Manigault.
Manigault.
Yes.
But you don't use that.
No.
What's the future for Omarosa? What do you want to do? I know you want to be a minister.
I want to focus on my ministry full time.
Yeah, but that don't pay the bills, baby. You know that.
I'm not doing it for money.
Did you get all of Michael Clark Duncan's money after he passed away?
That is the tackiest question I have ever
heard. I have
heard.
to know. You know this is important.
We were getting married. Who else would he leave it to, Howard?
So are you set for life? Because that guy was doing pretty well.
We were getting married.
Are you set for life?
I would rather have Michael than his money.
I know that. I say, are you comfortable financially?
Michael took care of me. I was going to be his wife. I mean, why wouldn't
Why are you getting defensive over that?
Because it's so
of course he should
awkward talking about Michael's
If you
estate.
told me that he hadn't taken care of you, then I'd be pissed.
No, you
should have been taken care of.
He took care of me. Yeah.
So you don't have to work anymore. So why do these reality shows and all this nonsense and fight with LaToya Jackson?
I did it for the charity. It's for the Sue Duncan Children's Center in Chicago. These kids are worth it, Howard.
Right.
Howard, will you send a Kindle to my kids?
A what?
We're building a Kindle library.
A Kindle?
Robin, doesn't he know what a Kindle
These
is?
kids
It's
need
like an
Kindle?
iPad.
He's very, very
It's like an iPad.
I know
but
what a Kindle is.
It's for will you send one to my
the
kids?
charities to send Kindles to the kids?
No, that's one of the movements.
I'll give you a couple of bucks. You want to give them 2 Kindles? How much is a Kindle?
A Kindle is $150.
Here you go, baby. Right
Oh my God!
I'll give you $150.
Howard, the kids want the Kindle from you.
Yeah, I'm giving it to you.
What do you mean?
Here's
How does he send
$150.
it to them?
I'm going to give him the information. You just send it to
Here you go. Here's
Give it to me
$150.
because I actually have a Kindle sitting right here that I don't use, and it's never been opened.
I might even give you an
Robin,
iPad.
will you send it to the kids at Sue
Absolutely,
Duncan?
I will.
Omarosa,
Thank
here.
you.
Here's $150. Here's it for the kids. What are you kidding?
Now she's got to go order the Kindle.
No, I want
Oh, I
Howard
have to get the
send
Kindle?
it. Howard, will you send a Kindle? It's the Michael Clark Duncan Kindle Library.
All right.
See, it's for a good cause.
Well-
Stop trying to take the easy way out, Howard.
Now the kids
I gave her
will be-
$150. She turned me down.
I did not turn you down. I would never turn down money for the charity.
All right. Well, so in other words, you're set for life. You don't have to work anymore. Am I
I'm
correct?
focusing on raising money for the charity and on my ministry.
Yeah, you're a lady of leisure.
That is not leisure. It's tough work being a fundraiser.
What do you do with your money? What do you do? Seriously?
I'm a big investor.
What do you
I believe
invest in?
property because God isn't making any more land. I like to buy
Where
land.
are you buying land so people
all
know?
over the place.
Like where's the last place you bought land?
In Ohio, where I grew up.
In Ohio?
I know, it sounds strange, but
That's
I've
a
always wanted to
crazy
have
investment.
a homestead, just a place where my family can kind of go.
I see.
So
All right. You seem to know what you do. That outfit is very tight. You can't be wearing underwear with it.
However, of course I'm wearing underwear.
Are you?
I knew I was coming
You're wearing
to the Stern
panties?
Show. You have to.
With that?
Yes.
Wow, I don't see any panty line. When you stand up, I'm going to look at your ass and see if I can see a panty line. So,
Howard, are you on Twitter?
yeah, sure. Yeah.
Will you tweet out for me?
I don't even use it.
You don't?
I mean, I barely use it. It's annoying. There's a lot of hate on there.
Well,
do people say mean things to you?
Are you kidding? My fans hate me.
My fans hate me.
No, some do. Some
Can
are
I
mean.
borrow that line? My
Some are
fans
mean.
hate
Some
me.
are mean. Watch Omarosa on All Star Celebrity Apprentice on NBC. And she is not dating.
Not
we learned
right
that.
now, no.
No dating. She'll be back in the saddle within 6 months.
6 months, Howard?
Another
Yeah.
6 months you give her.
Oh, yeah. She'll meet some fabulous guy.
Well, then if it's a fabulous guy, Michael probably sent him.
Oh, please.
Thanks, Robin.
Poor Michael. Poor Michael. Good actor.
Yeah, great actor. I actually bring the cameras into my house on the show I did on Oprah called Where Are They Now? You can
did
see our
Oprah?
home. I did Where Are They Now on the Oprah Winfrey Network. Comes on next Tuesday. Anyway, I bring the cameras into my home so you can see our house, you can see my church, you can see what my life is like.
How's Oprah treating you?
Oprah has always been nice to me. Is she nice to you?
Oh, she loves me.
Yeah, we sort of keep our distance.
No, she
Don't
doesn't
say
like-
mean things about Lady O. I love her.
Yeah, I say some mean stuff about her.
That's
it's
nice.
pronounced no, that's the same as you. Omarosa, Oprah.
Oprah.
Yeah, right. It's a hard O, same as you. You still
This
fighting
is-
with Wendy Williams?
I love Wendy now.
What happened?
good.
We had a come to Jesus meeting.
Why were you fighting with her?
I think it was a misunderstanding. I think she's very talented, and I'm glad her show is doing well.
Wow, look at you.
See, I've grown since I've last been
Good
here.
for
Do
you.
you see the maturity?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, don't get too nice. It'll be boring.
Really?
Absolutely.
She'll
Everyone
always play the game.
Yeah. All right, Omarosa, I wish you the best.
Thank you. I'm going to tweet you right now.
Yeah, tweet me.
Okay. And will you tweet me back at Omarosa on Twitter?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Yeah, sure. I'll get a little something going with
tweet
you.
at you.
Yeah. I'll tell you, if I was single, I'd give it to you. I'd get you over that Michael Clark Duncan thing.
Oh, you would help me through my grief.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 2 seconds, sure.
He's the best of
You'd
that.
love it. Right, Robin?
He's the best at getting over grief.
Absolutely. I'm a grief counselor.
You are?
Oh, yeah.
What's the first step?
The first step is having sex with me.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's right. Come to Jesus. Come to Jesus, baby. All right. Listen, Omarosa, I wish you the best.
Howard, thanks for having me on.
Good
I
to
always
have
have
you.
fun.
And we'll watch you on The Apprentice.
You are?
I mean, I will. I have to watch you on
Please
The
do.
And we'll be back right after these words.
Hi.
Omarosa.
Yes.
The interview weaved in and out of really serious and heavy topics, but then really hilarious and laughable topics. How do you navigate that when Howard's coming at you from so many different angles and using so many different emotions?
There's no way to prepare for a Howard Stern interview. You just gotta have to ride the wave. It's like surfing, you just kind of stay on the board. That's all.
And how do you keep from, it seems like when Howard goes to these different places, you laugh and you smile at him because you seem to be coming from a place where you like him. So
I really do genuinely like Howard Stern. I think he's one of the best interviewers as well. And it's a lot of fun. And I seldomly get to have a lot of fun when I'm going to do interviews. He covers the gamut of topics. I mean, he does his research. He knows what he's talking about. And I love it.
So when he goes, towards the heavier side and then brings up makes a humorous angle, a really heavy topic, you allow him to do that because you respect
He's
him.
the only one that can do that. I mean, really, Howard's the only one that can talk about your sex life and you don't feel offended about it.
Because you have so much respect for him as an
I
interviewer.
really do. No, I love Howard Stern. I think that he's smart. I think that he is probably one of the best. So.
Well, thank you very much for your interview and for your time today.
Thank you.
Bobby Moynihan is here. Who's Bobby Moynihan?
Now,
Saturday Night
that
Live.
name sounds familiar. So he is on Saturday Night Live.
One of the standout cast members of Saturday Night Live. Nice guy. Came in here this morning to say hello. Tell us about SNL. What's going on in his life. You understand? Everybody up to speed on this? All right, good. All right, I'll take a break, and then we'll talk to Bobby right after these words.
Hey, I'm Bobby Moynihan from Saturday Night Live. Here at the Howard Stern Show. I kind of can't believe it. I used to watch when I was a kid, and I'm super excited to be here. I want one of these for my office.
Your very own personal Hank doll, or Hank
yeah.
wall art.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty amazing. I might steal that. It's pretty crazy to be here. It's amazing.
So being such a big fan, what are you expecting going into today's interview?
I feel like maybe a fist fight. Right? No, I just can't wait. I'm excited to talk to him. He's been such a part of my life for a long time, so it's kind of fascinating to be here. I'm super excited about it.
Well, we're excited that you're here too, so we'll see you in the studio.
Yeah, man. Take care.
Bobby Moynihan has a new movie out. He's also on Saturday Night Live. It was his ambition in life to be on Saturday Night Live.
Is that right?
Dreams do come true. There you are. Hey, Bobby. Good to see you. You know, it's funny. You don't look like Artie in real life, and yet on TV you do look like Artie. You know?
It's this right here.
It's weird. I was like I first noticed you because you look like Artie.
Yeah, I remember.
And I was just like, wow, that guy's Artie.
I get it a lot.
Yeah, and so I immediately liked you because I like Artie, you know. So I was like, hey, he seems pretty good, you know.
Yeah, the Monday after my very first show, I remember tuning in.
Yeah.
And I think the show started, and you were like, who is this guy? And you sounded so mad, and I was terrified.
Oh, what? Like, you mean I was mad that you looked like Artie?
Well,
I was angry with you.
It's like they just hired a guy that looks like Artie. I've been watching you since I was a kid, so I was like,
where'd you grow up?
Westchester. I grew up in Eastchester.
Oh, Eastchester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
And that was your goal, like in life, like you from the earliest time you can remember, you wanted to be on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't that amazing? Like
it's still. I can't believe that this is happening. It's fascinating.
Because what's so weird about it is that you know how, like when I was in college radio, every guy at the college radio station was like, "Hey, I want to be on NBC Radio, or I want to be on this and that," and they all had these grand plans, and most of them don't. None of them actually ended up in radio for the most part. A couple did.
Yeah.
And so to walk around all your whole life, and hey, I'm going to be on Saturday Night Live. I'm going to be on Saturday Night Live. It's a billion
almost
to
insane.
one. It's insane.
Yeah, it's like saying I want to go to space.
Right. And was your family annoyed with you that you kept saying I want to be on? I mean, I imagine it was your obsession, right?
Yeah, I used to like make videos of myself walking out of the bathroom and going like Bobby Moynihan, like
doing the Don Pardo voice.
Yeah, like I used to film fake sketches like on like a huge video camera, like when I was a kid. Like,
what was it like the first time you heard Don Pardo actually say your name?
I burst into tears.
Did you?
Yeah.
Because it was because it was crazy.
Well, yeah, I'm very fanboyish, and I'm very I'm very into that the history of it and all that stuff. And every day you walk in there and you hear that music playing on a Saturday, it's like I can't believe it.
You read all the Saturday Night Live books and all the exposés and all that stuff.
There's nothing I haven't read before I got the show.
Me too. I'm actually fascinated by Saturday Night Live. Not that I ever wanted to be on it, but I remember.
You would have been amazing.
I don't know about that.
Host.
I was offered to host. But I was such a fucking flaming asshole in Lauren's office. I went in there with such arrogance, and I told him that I did not want anybody writing any sketches, that my guys and I would write the sketches, and we would take over the... And Lauren is looking at me like I'm out of my fucking mind. He was like, you're crazy.
Yeah. Hi there.
So you know, it never happened. But, you know, to me, I think one of the reasons I wouldn't want to work on Saturday Night Live is because it's like Lord of the Flies, that no matter how good you are, or no matter how popular you are, you've got a cast of about, what, 20 people?
I think right now it's 13, including Seth, yeah.
Okay, so it's 13 people, all vying for attention, all vying for their scripts to be read and worked on, and Lauren, in his wisdom, and I think he's a brilliant guy.
He's a genius.
He kind of like at the end of every season, you find out you're going to be fired. You know, it's like no matter how good, like guys who are popular get fired.
Yeah, the getting on the show is one thing, and then staying on is another thing. I feel like
right.
my first couple years, it was all-encompassing. Like, it was just stay on this show and work so hard. Like,
how many years you on now?
This is my 5th season.
5th season?
Yeah.
And did you worry every season that you wouldn't be asked back?
Now I'm okay. Well,
Right.
now that just waking up on a Monday with just a pit in your stomach is gone. But the first couple years, it was pretty rough. I'm a pretty easygoing. I'm pretty happy in my normal life. So I would just wake up every day like terrified, but not terrified like I think I'm doing a bad job, I'm going to get fired. Like terrified, like I can't believe that I get to do this. So I want to. You just want to do stuff every week.
Do you think that because the job means everything to you, the fact that like the fact that you had an emotional breakdown when Don Pardo announced your name, do you think that hurts you in a way because are you over anxious when you get into a writing meeting?
Yeah, I think it definitely. There are people who get there and like the second they're there, they get it and they do really well.
Yeah.
And then there's some people who it takes them a little bit longer. I think it definitely took me a little bit longer to get comfortable, but it's all in your own head. You make yourself insane.
What was the first character that broke through for you? Was it the drunk uncle? Well, I like that.
Thank
I
you
like when
so
you're
much.
drunk uncle.
Yeah, thank you.
Because that's like everyone has a drunk uncle who's
Yeah.
a complete fucking asshole, and they don't even know they're the drunk uncle. You wrote that?
Yeah, me and my buddy Colin Jost, one of the writers there.
Right. But what was the
yeah.
first thing that, like, when you first joined the cast, do you first feel like, uh-oh, I'm not fitting in, they're going to get rid of me right away?
Well, I think I fit a type that they didn't have in a while, so that was nice. And when I came in, Amy Poehler and Daryl Hammond and all them were still there. My first episode was the first time Tina did Sarah Palin. So I came in kind of like when it felt like everything was really going on again.
Yeah.
And I was the guy who like would just get the one line in the sketch, and I was so happy because people who had been there for 5 years didn't necessarily want to drive up to Connecticut to go shoot a fake commercial, and I'd be like, I'll do it.
I'll do it. I'll do anything you guys fucking want.
Yeah, pretty much.
So when you have a life's ambition to be on Saturday Night Live, let's figure out how you planned that and how your trajectory went. Because why not? We all want to be on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Why not? So we'll
Let's
just
all do
follow
it.
what you did. It seems easy. So how old are you when you realized the dream?
I mean, I was pretty young. I used to go back and this was before the internet. I would go to like the library or like the Museum of Television and Radio and go watch like old episodes.
Like going back to like the Chevy Chase days and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, I could.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a big nerd about it.
And so what do you do to become a comedian who specializes in sketches and stuff? Do you go become a stand-up guy?
I only did stand up for like a little while, and like little while meaning like 3 months. Like
You graduate high school. Do you go to college?
Yeah, I went to University of Connecticut.
What do we study at University of Connecticut to become a Saturday Night Live guy?
I was an acting major. I went there. That was just, and I auditioned for their acting program because I had done theater and stuff in high school. So I was like,
but that's smart.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm poor. I'm not going to get into college. So let me go try and do this acting thing.
My father always thought I was an idiot because I wanted to be in radio and I took communications. He goes, no, you should take acting lessons if you want to be on the air.
Yeah, it was, and I did like a lot of Shakespeare and a lot of that kind of stuff, like, and musicals.
But always with your eye on Saturday Night Live.
Always with that thing of like, if I had my dream job, I would like. When someone said, "What do you want to do?" I'd say, "I want to be on Saturday Night Live," but that's never going to happen. So I'll probably just try and do theater.
See, that's like Jimmy Kimmel in a way. He always, I think, he worshipped Letterman and like wanted to be Letterman. And now he's got his own Letterman type show.
I was a nerdy kid. I had like Lauren's picture and Jim Henson's picture on my wall. When I was really young.
Did your parents think you were gay?
Probably at some point.
I mean, you're probably the only kid.
My goodness.
Isn't that amazing? You see, I would love a kid like you because I'd be like, wow, my son has Lorne Michaels' picture on his wall. I would think that was the most original thing ever.
Going back now, it's funny. There's it's a picture of him standing next to one of the cranes they use, and one of the camera cranes.
Yeah.
And it's got Saturday Night Live written on the back, and that crane is still there. And I look at it. And
Did you write him for that picture? I mean, where do you go to get?
I was
going
to say, where do you get a Lorne picture?
I pulled it out of some magazine, I think, or something.
That's the greatest. If I walked into my son's room and saw a Lorne Michaels picture, I'd go, "Wow, what a fucking kid!"
My 10-year-old son has this middle-aged man picture above his bed.
See, there's a sketch.
Yeah,
a little kid fantasizing, and on his wall, his parents are concerned because he has Lorne Michaels on there. I mean, that is really odd. Did your parents say anything to you about, like, why Lorne? Oh, they understood the whole fascination.
Yeah. I mean,
what'd your father do for a living? I mean, because it's hard for some dads to wrap their heads around a kid who wants to have a showbiz career.
Yeah, I think it was. He owned a liquor store in New Rochelle, and...
He's probably like, oh, okay, why not? Let's get drunk and look at Lorne Michaels pictures.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Was he upset with you that you were...
I played hockey throughout high school and college, so I think he thought I might play hockey or do something with that. And then I was like, I'm going to UConn to be an acting major. And he was like, you're going to freeze your ass off. And I'm like, not... He thought I meant like the UConn.
Like Y-U-K-O-N. You're going to the UConn.
It's like, no, University of Connecticut.
I'm going to be a Mountie, Dad. I'm going to the UConn.
When I told him, I was like, Dad, I got Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
And he went, is that the one with Mick Jagger? And I was like, I don't know, probably at one point. He goes, you got health insurance? I go, yeah. He goes, congratulations.
He didn't care.
Well, I mean, like, now he's super happy.
Now
but at the time, he was like, yeah, great, whatever.
Yeah, big deal. Hey, wow. So in the preparation, in this life plan, you can't go to a guidance counselor and say, I want to be on Saturday Night Live, so what do I do?
Well, I would go into guidance counselors. They'd be like, what do you want to do? And I'd be like, I don't know. And they would just look at me like, like I was an idiot. And
right.
But I went to UConn. I did a bunch of theater, and then I moved back to New York. And when I got back to New York, I found Upright Citizens Brigade.
Oh, now what is it Uptight Citizens Brigade?
Upright.
Like
stand upright.
Yeah, right. But is that like a...
the Uptight Citizens Brigade is not funny.
Oh, okay. The Upright Citizens Brigade is like a Second City types thing.
Yeah, it was started by Amy Poehler.
How old were you at that point when you joined that? Like 20?
Matt Besser and Ian Roberts. It was 2001 when I got out of... I'm 36 now. I don't do math very well. It was 2001.
So you were like a kid.
There.
You leave college, and you finish college, and then you go and look for this Upright Citizens Brigade.
I came home. I was walking down the street. I saw the sign, and I watched their show on Comedy Central, and I loved it. So I went in. I saw a show, like an improv show there, and the next day I signed up for classes, and I still do shows there.
And how are you making money at that point?
I was bartending at a pizzeria Uno.
Oh, wow. And so you then joined this, and you auditioned for the Upright Citizens Brigade.
Well, yeah, it was like I took classes, like improv classes, and just started like learning how to do improv with all these other people, and I met all my closest friends in the world.
Were you a funny kid growing up?
Yeah, I was a little maniac.
You were?
Yeah.
You were known as the funny guy.
Yeah, I did a lot of stuff, and did a lot of local theater in the community, I used to draw a lot. I was that weird kid who drew pictures and made everybody laugh. Yeah,
and so
I was a fat little weirdo.
You get into Upright Citizens because it's a pretty good story. If you get into Upright Citizens Brigade right away, you meet Amy Poehler. Who else is in there?
When I first started, it was Amy Poehler, Matt Walsh, Ian Roberts, and Matt Besser started it. But when I first got there, it was a bunch of people like Paul Scheer, Rob Hubel, Rob Corddry, like a lot of these guys. Like now it's a joke. Like if I want to see my friends, I turn on NBC on Thursday nights.
Right, they're all there.
Every single person that I worked with is now working in.
Do you think network executives do that? Do they go to places like Upright Citizens Brigade and find these guys?
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, when I first started, it was still like I came in. I feel like almost in like the second generation. Like they had set up the place, and then I was the last. They had called Herald teams. It was improv teams, and I was the last one at the old theater before they moved to 26.
But the goal in your mind was fuck Upright Citizens Brigade. This is to prepare for Saturday Night Live, right? This is to get you going.
It was more like meeting. All of a sudden, you're in a room with 30 people who were like, hey, do you want to get together tonight, write a bunch of sketches, and then stay up all night talking about them, and then go perform them tomorrow, and then do that all again for 10 years?
It's perfect training, though, right?
That's what it was.
Right.
And I met a bunch of people from SNL through doing that. Like Horatio, I met Horatio Sands and started doing like improv shows with him, going to colleges and doing improv shows.
Now, this whole time, are you contacting Lorne Michaels and saying, hey, man?
No, not at all. I'm just hoping that someday somebody will come up to me and say, do you want to audition for the show?
So is that what happened? Somebody said to you, do you want to audition?
Yeah, I mean, like it's that thing where it's like you're around for a couple years and you get to a point at UCB where you've been there. Like I started teaching there, and then I started the touring company there, and you're going all over the place, and then you start hearing like, oh, I hear they're auditioning for SNL.
How many years do I have to put in at Upright Citizens Brigade before I get a job at SNL? If I'm you, 4?
No, I think I did like maybe 8 or 10.
8 to 10 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
You paid your fucking dues.
Yeah.
Well, that's what like Belushi and all those guys did. They were with National Lampoon.
They did Lampoon forever, and then now, and yeah, whenever somebody says, "How do you get on SNL?" I say, "Spend 10 years with a bunch of people who like doing what you do and getting as good at it as possible."
So the point is that it's never as easy as it looks. I mean, it's not like you just get on Saturday Night Live. You got to put in 10 fucking years working at Pizzeria Uno, and right? Because the whole time you're at Citizens Brigade there, they ain't paying you jack shit, right? What are they paying you over there?
It wasn't a payment thing. It was just like well, I would get paid for doing like the touring company and for teaching and stuff there, but it was more just like, thank you for letting me get up on stage any night of the week. I mean, like it would be 11 o'clock and me and my buddy would run in. I had a sketch group called Buffoons. It was me and this guy, Charlie Sanders, who's a writer for Key and Peele, and Eugene Cordero, who's been on The Office and stuff. And we would just show up at 11 o'clock, literally grab props from the back room and be like, what can we do with this? And then at midnight, we would do a show.
Wow.
And it was just that trial and error of learning it.
And that 10-year period, though, was your family on your ass to maybe get a real career because you were just wasting your time at Citizens Brigade?
I think they knew that there was no way I was going to do anything else. Like they were very supportive. My dad was more quiet about it.
Right.
But my mom was always super supportive of it. But, like, I remember the day where they were like, I think they're going to make me a bar manager at Uno's. And it's either that or stop doing Uno's and go try and do comedy for free.
Right.
And I did it. Like, I just quit.
Wow.
And then went and hoped for the best. But within 4
Did you ever doubt yourself during those 10 years?
Oh, of course. Well, you think it's like, what am I doing?
Right.
Like,
I mean, this is your life. Can you get laid during that?
I spent the last 5 years literally making stuff up that I'm never going to be able to use again.
Right.
Like, and it's all gone. But,
Did you keep,
those
like, a
people
notebook?
were entertained. Yeah. I kept a lot of stuff. And but that's the thing. Like, my audition process was excruciating for getting SNL. But that whole time that it was going on, I would just write and write and write. So it was like, just in case they actually say you can get on the show, then I'm like, I'll have 50 sketches ready to go. And within 2 weeks, you blow through all of those.
Can you get laid at that point in your life when you're working at Pizzeria Uno? I mean, is it
are you living at home? Where are you living?
Yeah, it's got to be awful. I mean, people have to understand that.
Yeah, it was a lot of back and forth. Like, I lived in the city for a while, then I moved back home for a little while. Then I was living in Brooklyn.
When you moved back home, is it the most defeating thing in the world? I mean, you're already like an older guy. You're working at, I mean, it's got to just be a nightmare.
There were a couple nights of going home from Pizzeria Uno with a box of wings at 2 o'clock in the morning and like having to be quiet to my parents' house. And I was like, yeah, it's time to.
And you're in your late 20s.
How old are you? Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Well, I think I'd moved out at that point. Like I was still in my early 20s at that point. I wasn't that much of a.
You know, and then you think about all the guys who don't make it, you know, and then they've wasted their 10 years of.
Well, that was the worst day of my life. Was it had started coming around that they might want me to audition for the show, and I sent in a tape, and I didn't hear anything at first. And
who do you send the tape to? Lorne Michaels?
No, it was like to Lindsay Shookus, one of the producers on the show,
right.
And she actually showed it to Marcy Klein. And then I got called in, and I couldn't believe it. And I went in and auditioned, and just to be in the studio alone and to see Lorne sitting there and to do it.
Everybody describes that moment as just earth-shattering, right?
Every single time I walk through the studio, there's this one section of the studio that's like, you go underneath the bleachers, and there's just it's where all the lights and all the stuff are. And every time I walk through there, I still get chills, because that's the first thing I saw. And then I remember walking out and seeing the door, and I was like, it's so far away. Like, I was going to come through the door for a bit.
Right.
And I was like, it's so far away.
I can't do that.
I can't do that bit.
So I have all my time walking.
Exactly. But,
so Lorne, so the audition, what everyone says is true. Like when Jimmy Fallon's on here, he says it's Lorne just sitting there. Jimmy claims he's the only guy who ever actually made Lorne laugh in the audition. Did you get any laughs from Lorne?
I did. I feel like I did. Yeah. I think I was told too. Also, like they're not gonna laugh. Like no one's gonna laugh.
Great.
But I had a weird thing. I auditioned twice. Like the first time I auditioned was on the SNL stage, and it was like there was a table, and it's kind of in the darkness, and there's one single light on Lorne, and you can see him, and you know he's there.
Oh my God!
And
an audience of one.
Well, in my mind, you know what I mean. Like it's like there was a spotlight on just him. But
what was your strategy? Don't look at Lorne or look at him.
My strategy was get in and get out.
Right.
Like I practiced the same 5 minutes for about a year and a half.
Oh my God!
And
what was the 5 minutes? Was it just impressions?
My first audition was rough. I don't even know how I got it. I did a couple characters that I've done on the show. I've never been a fan of impressions. I'm not very good at doing impressions, so
Which is weird because that's what everyone does.
Which is what everyone does on
they
there.
They tell you to do that, though, don't they?
I play a lot of shapes, like,
right.
But
don't they tell you to audition with
it was
impressions?
Like a couple characters and a couple impressions. I think I did Nathan Lane. I think I did.
What was that like?
It was the dumbest joke in the world, and I'm almost embarrassed of it. I just said that it was Nathan Lane for the Hamburger Society, and I sang some song that he was in. Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum. I did something peculiar, something, and I was like, something for everyone. Eat a hamburger tonight, and that was it. It was the dumbest joke in the world.
Lorne wasn't laughing.
I think he was laughing at like, I can't believe you just did that. But I think that was also part of what got me the show was like I'm not the best impressionist in the world, but I'm willing to go out there and
take risks.
Like an idiot.
But yet here you practiced for a year and a half for your first audition, and you came up with Nathan Lane and the hamburger thing. I mean, why? How do you explain that?
Because I don't do impressions. I did Silent Bob. I did Kevin Smith because I just look like I'm just fat, and I did Hurley from Lost, trying to open a jar of chili. And it was just me trying to open a jar of chili and saying "dude" every once in a while. Like I tried to go for bits rather than actual impressions.
Right.
But I auditioned and then.
But that's creative, just being Hurley and saying "dude." I think that's funny.
Yeah, who I've met now, Jorge Garcia. He's the nicest dude in the world.
What's he doing now? Like, can he work again, or is he just typecast?
He's been working ever since. He's doing a bunch of stuff.
Name one thing he's doing.
He was on Alcatraz, and now he's doing another pilot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's actually doing really well. Super nice guy.
Has he lost any weight, or I'm worried about him.
No, he's great.
I lay awake at night worrying about Jorge.
God, be careful.
I'm not kidding.
He's gonna be okay.
Right. Do you think it would hurt your career if you lost weight? Because you're a little bit chubby, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would hurt. It would probably help me in life.
Yeah, but once that, don't you want to work?
I'm perfectly happy. When
Do you
I see
purposely
myself
not work out and keep your weight a certain way?
I avidly not work out, but not for any reason, just other than laziness.
So you get your first audition, and it goes horribly.
No, it actually went really well.
Right.
And then
you sit by the phone waiting.
I came in, I met with Lorne, and
what's that like? You go to his office?
I felt like I won like fantasy camp. Like, you know what I mean? Like I felt like I can't, like I've loved this show for so long, like, and it's never going to happen.
Because you want it so bad, though, and they say to you, okay, now you audition, now you're going to come in and meet Lorne. You go into his office. What do you wear? Like, do you wear a suit and tie?
I didn't. I didn't. I think I just wore what I had on that day. Yeah, I was more just.
But you think it through, right? I mean, you don't just
every
put on...
single thing that I went through. Like, if he asks you how your day was, what do you say? And you say it was great because I want to seem positive. Like, oh yeah,
right.
And then you walk in and it was completely like the best. It was like he was the nicest guy in the world. And
hello, Bobby.
Everyone's got a line.
What do you mean he was the best?
Well, just I don't know what I was expecting, but I felt almost like I was on a first date. Like he was like, "Where'd you grow up? What's your family like?" You know.
Do you
like,
ask him questions about himself?
I did. Because I like, well, he was like, "Are you a fan of the show?" And I was like, I can probably tell you every host and musical guest in order, or every cast member in order. Like, I was like, I'm a maniac.
Oh, so you're nuts.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. How long do you? How
and
long?
Then he threw me out the window.
Isn't it like being a bull rider in the rodeo? Like, you see how long you can sit in Lorne's office before he throws you out.
There is an element of like, get out.
Yeah, right. I would be like, aren't I taking up too much of your time?
I remember a specific meeting where like I got offered a job and I went to ask him if I could do it. Like because like when you're shooting the show, it's really hard to do other stuff because you're there so much. And I remember he was like, well, I don't want you to do it, just don't do it. And I was like, okay, no sweat. And then, like, there was that moment of, like, just get out of the room, you did okay. This is very early on.
Right.
And then I was like, how am I doing on the show? And he was like, you're fine, just go. And I was like, see, I did it. I screwed it up.
How am I doing?
Yeah, like, back then I was still so, like, I just wanted to do a good job on the show.
And you got to be lovable.
Now it's a lot easier talking to him. Like, he's
you feel a little more secure in your position.
Yeah, and every single suggestion, like, I can remember, like, him saying, like, change this thing, or don't do this in this sketch, don't wear this wig, or something like that. And I remember at the time being like, what? That makes no sense. But he's always right. He's never been wrong.
Well, the guy's got an amazing ability to pick talent, and it's quite an honor. I mean, what other job could you really get besides Saturday Night Live doing this kind of thing, where you write and perform?
It's one of those things where you go in every week and you're like, I can't believe they still do it. Like, we actually get this show on air every week. Because it's the only live.
When do you actually get it together? Like you write on what, Monday and Tuesday, and then they pick their...
Today's our first day back, so tonight I'll go in around 5 or 6, and we'll have the pitch meeting. Melissa McCarthy is hosting this week.
Right, that's a good get.
Yeah, she's hosted before. She's amazing.
Right.
She was phenomenal. We all pile into Lauren's office, sit down, and pitch ideas. A lot of them are
is that
real
where it goes
ideas.
on? It's like it's in Lauren's office you pitch?
Yeah, we all sit on the ground.
How many people pitch? Because there's writers too, right?
Yeah, probably about, maybe, I'm guessing, 40 maybe.
And isn't it like even the guys who are pitching and stuff, like, they're all breathing on your neck. This is why I say it's like Lord of the Flies. Like, most of the writers want to be on camera, so they're jealous of you.
Well, yeah, a lot of them, and they just want to get a sketch in so that they have something to do that week, because there's nothing. I mean, for me especially, there's nothing worse than, like, I'm kind of light in the show this week, but you're still around a lot, but you want to do it.
How many sketches do you have ready for today's pitch meeting?
None.
None. Are you serious?
Well, I have ideas. I have, like, ideas and stuff.
Like, you'll go. What's your best idea to pitch this week in the pitch meeting? You know what you got.
I was walking here this morning and I saw a dude walking with a snowboard, and it's in the middle of the city, and I just thought, I don't know why that made me laugh. So I'm trying to figure out something about that. Melissa McCarthy is a professional snowboarder who keeps challenging people, but they're nowhere near snow.
Will you try to think of a sketch for
but pitch is different.
Melissa McCarthy, so that you can work like you should be, like, okay, I got a sketch for you to pitch. You ready?
Yeah, let's hear it.
So Melissa McCarthy is Jenny McCarthy's cousin. All right?
Isn't she really?
Yeah, that's what everyone says.
Yeah,
it's like, isn't that really? So you should be Jenny McCarthy's other cousin in a wig and stuff. And I could see where, the two of you sitting around, all the McCarthys that don't look like Jenny McCarthy bitching about it.
That's actually pretty great. It's a much better pitch than the guy with no snowboard.
yeah, I like my pitch. I don't know. And you're mad at Jenny, and you're all, but you all go around saying how great Jenny is and how much you love her, but you can see you're seething inside.
But see, that's the crazy thing about it, is, like, you'll go in with that idea, like that, like, just piece of an idea, and then you'll sit there for 7 hours or 8 hours trying to write it all night long, and then you hand it in, and then it gets in, and 5 minutes later Jenny McCarthy's there, and then it's on TV, and you're like, what the hell just happened?
Right. Or they say yeah, and you think this is brilliant, and you sit there, and then they reject it.
Oh, you do it at the table, it bombs, and then you never see it again. I've done a lot of those too.
Please pitch my idea. Forget the snowboarding guy. I don't know where you're going with that snowboarding.
Me neither. Well, it's fun. Now it's like pitch is like, there's a lot of people who just kind of fake their way through pitch.
Right.
Because you don't want to give away your idea on Monday, because then when it comes to Wednesday and we're at the read-through, they're like, oh, I know what's going to happen in this, because you already...
Oh, it's like there's always a psychology to,
there's
like,
a lot
holding
of
back.
psychology to it, but now it used to be crazy in the beginning. Now it's just, that's how the job goes.
Why don't you pitch you being Kim Jong-un? Because that's like, he's in the fucking news.
I've done it a bunch.
Oh, you have?
I've done it a bunch, and it didn't get on the show, and then we just did it recently. I was Kim Jong-un, and Jay Farrow was Dennis Rodman.
Oh, good.
We did it on Update.
Yeah, you see, because that must have been a week ago or something, because I'm behind a week.
Yeah, it was. Okay. It was recently.
Oh yeah, because you make a good Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, I look like a weird little dude.
Yeah, but you want that. You want to do that.
I don't know, dude. Yeah, I did it, and then instantly was like, I'm like, this guy's gonna. I hope he never sees this. Like, he's gonna blow us up.
Blow you up.
Because I'm doing
How about Kim
Terrible impression of
Jong-un
him.
wants to date Jenny McCarthy's other cousin, and you play both roles, and you go back and forth.
Perfect.
So you will go in today, and you will pitch the snowboard idea, but you don't.
I don't
really
know what I'll pitch yet, but
you don't.
yeah.
You got to know what you're going to pitch. You can't go in there and just sort of.
I've definitely walked in there and looked around the room and heard other people's pitches, and then been like. The worst pitch I've ever had, which was one where like I had nothing because you try and come up with so many ideas every day, and it's hard. I walked in there one day, and I think it was John Hamm was the host, and I had nothing. Or I had stuff that I wanted to write, but I didn't want to give it away.
Right.
So I was like, I'll just try and say something crazy, and I think I pitched to him. I was like, so it's a sketch called Tall Napoleon, and you're tall, so you're a nice guy because you never
never had any issues.
You never had any issues, and he was like, "What is?" I was like, "Well, I have a theme song for it. It's he's tall Napoleon. He's not small anymore, Leon." And I was like, "This is the dumbest thing I've ever said out loud." And just by the look on his face, I was just like, "Well, that was that pitch."
So John Hamm can reject Saturday Night Live pitches by Saturday Night Live cast members.
I don't know if I mean, he rightfully should have in that case, but like
I like Tall Napoleon. I don't know. There's something there. I think you got to keep developing that. Yeah,
I've been trying to get that done for years.
What about Tall Kim Jong Un?
Yeah,
because I think he's pissed too that he's short.
Yeah, I think we did like a Kim Jong Un talk show where he had his own talk show, and he like had. Like his guests were like dragons, and like he had like he rode in on a rocket, but it never got.
Never got on.
Yeah.
All these things that never get on. It's so.
I mean,
weird.
There's 5 or 6 things a week.
I can't even imagine having to get up in front of 40 people and pitch a sketch. It must be awful.
That's the worst part of the week for me now.
Yeah.
Because especially now, because in the beginning it was I'm trying to impress them, and now it's like we all know that half of us are faking it,
right?
And we're all in a room, all grown adults sitting on the ground.
Are there people in there who are just brilliant at pitches, and it just fucking makes you crazy?
Oh yeah, yeah. But it's also There are some people that like. There's a guy John Mulaney who's got a show coming out on NBC. He's one of the most brilliant comedians I've ever seen. Just as far as like he understands, he knows what to say. There's another guy Michael Bryan who's amazing.
These are guys who write.
Writers, yeah. They act also, but they're writers on the show.
Right.
And then there's the people who don't pitch as well, and they're kind of known for that, and like but that's fine because it really doesn't matter because it's all left. And the second you're done speaking, it's over, and no one remembers it.
Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Although maybe you don't know, maybe they're just goofing on you behind your back. You just don't know.
That too. Or somebody will come in. There's one of the writers, Rob Klein, came in one day and said a pitch something about. So you're a guy who works at an office, but you have the same thing as a shark has. If you stop moving, you'll die. So you have to keep moving. And I just thought that was absolutely hilarious. And I went over to him. I was like, dude, that's hilarious. If you write that, let me know. I want to work on it. He's like, I'm not writing that.
That was bullshit pitch.
Yeah.
I mean, he put that out
now
there.
I feel like an asshole because I'm like, I think that's brilliant.
You're a genius.
Yeah,
no,
clearly
no.
I should not be directing that show.
And so the story goes that you auditioned once. Lorne meets with you.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you don't get the call, or you did?
It was very vague. Like, it was very vague. Like, I have a definite recollection of him saying the phrase, like, well, maybe we'll start you in January.
Wow.
And
you probably pissed your pants.
Well, I did. And then I was like, so are you saying I have the job and you're trying to figure out when you're going to hire, like when I'm starting, or are you saying, like, I didn't know what was happening.
Right.
And at the time I had hair down to here, like I had very long hair and a big beard when I auditioned, and he was like, why don't you cut your hair and shave your beard and come back and we'll see what's under there, essentially.
Yeah, right. And, see what's doing.
Yeah, I did. And like I went home, I shaved, I cried like a baby because I had a beard I had a lot of crying.
One of those big, long, like Billy Gibbons beards?
Not huge, but like a size of like a Zach Galifianakis type beard.
Doesn't that turn off the ladies? I mean, it does make it harder to get a woman when you have a mountain
but
beard.
I mean, cover most of the face will probably
is that the idea?
Probably helping it out, yeah. So I went home, and almost immediately the writer's strike happened.
Oh, right.
So for 14 months, the whole process was 14 months, but I guess about 8-9 months.
So you don't hear anything.
I was sitting at home going, I think my life's dream just came true, but I have no idea, and there's no way I can ask or find out. And I just literally just sat there like in limbo waiting. And then when the writer's strike ended...
14 months.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And this was also like with 7 months or 8 months of lead up of like, you're going to audition. So it was like this big lead up, and then it just went away like that.
So for 14 months, you don't hear from anybody?
No. And then
oh, my God.
When the writer's strike ended, the phone rang and it was SNL, and I was like, I think this is it.
Yeah.
And then they called me up and they said Maya Rudolph had a baby during the writer's strike, so we have to hire a girl.
Oh, my God. Poor